What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 118. Wow. Bad Takes, Better Conversations. One of your hosts, we got a few topics to talk about today. It's kind of mainly a weekend review. Semi-wild week of wrestling. We'll get on into that in a little bit. One of your hosts, Russell Spotman, Rod.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Rod, aka Axel, man. Crazy week, man. Wrestle Dream last night, SmackDown this past week, Raw this past week. What's up, Phil? What's up, Lee? What's up, everybody that's tuned into the stream so far? What's up, everybody on Twitter? If y'all know, come on in here. Oh, actually, because there is a chat now on Twitter, so you could chat on Twitter.
I've seen that.
But if not, at the Wrestle
people,
Spot over on YouTube. So yeah.
Y'all got 4 different ways to watch this now. Y'all can watch it on the YouTube channel, on mine, on Axel's Twitch, on the Btbc Twitter page, and then on Axel's TikTok at the moment. We're trying to work out how to get it on the Btbc TikTok. But once we figure that out, we'll let y'all know.
Bruh, it's your boy, Tommy. I'm not gonna lie, chat. I'm extremely tired. I've been moving all week, bruh. And that's why y'all probably hear the echo going on in here. I don't have nothing in here but my desk and my PlayStation and a monitor. But yeah, man, I'm still made it. I'm gonna be back in Discord, back on Twitter, Instagram, all of that as soon as this move is over. I promise. I ain't going nowhere. I'm just trying to handle this first. But yeah, man, that's it.
Let's check in with chat real quick.
All right, bro, we get it. Anthony, we get it. What up, Lee?
Lee and Tommy just don't sit right with me, man.
Hey, man, that's my guy.
Buddy.
I mean, we think we're gonna have a common enemy pretty soon. So I think sometimes you got to keep your enemies closer. You know what I'm saying?
Common enemy, yeah.
We think if he stays in his lane, we're good. But there's something in my body is telling me he's not staying in his lane, so we'll have to get him out of here pretty soon. So
last week, what's it called? Announced that Tommy won the prediction season. So actually, next one should have started for Wrestle Dream. I just forgot to do predictions for it. So it'll most likely be whatever the next show is. I think it's Halloween Havoc. Start there. But since Tommy won, he gets to choose what me and Rod eat on a stream. That stream will be next week. Tommy will also be picking a few guests because we cannot talk until we finish. Terrible meal, man. Oh, man. Oh.
Yo, Russell's what? I just love CM Punk, man.
See, like, it has not left.
I just love CM Punk, man.
But yeah, we have a number of topics to get into, man.
We'll start with last night.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it's the first one I didn't catch like a glimpse of in like forever. Because I don't want to say I watch like every single AEW pay-per-view, but I at least catch like a match or two from them. I did not catch one single one from last night. I just kind of know what the results are.
I didn't watch anything last night.
Yeah.
I will say, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't watch nothing live. I'm gonna be straightforward as well. But again, I had an excuse. I don't know what these 2 excuses were, but I was moving. But
I just didn't want to. I'm gonna be real.
I will say the
only
thing I saw a clip and it didn't really sit right with me was how the Bryan Danielson. I guess you could say how his career ended. You know what I mean? I feel like it was kind of underwhelming. I feel like for someone like him, for it to just be like that was it, you know, it was kind of odd. It felt strange. It just felt strange. It just didn't feel right. I feel like
I guess it somewhat worked for not the finish, but I guess who he lost it to worked for the story. But I'm not really into another Moxley title reign, at least now. Especially because he dominated the amount of reigns for the first time. I mean, like for the first couple of years, and yeah, I think that's my sort of issue with the things. I didn't think it'd have to be. It should have been Moxley to take the title off him. That could have ending Bryan's full-time in-ring career could have gone to someone to like boost their career. I don't think Moxley needs more boosting, you know.
True. And then I guess another thing that I saw a lot of Twitter was going crazy. A lot of I guess discourse on that Wrestle Dream on Wrestle Dream. There was no Bobby apparently, so we didn't get Bobby. And I guess a lot of people thought we were gonna get Bobby. And I guess a lot of people thought we were gonna get Shane. I'm still not sold on Shane McMahon showing up, but I guess a lot of people thought they were gonna throw him in there somewhere. Which I guess the Bobby one I thought that was a gimme, After the news came out, he signed and everything, I thought it just made sense to Wrestle Dream's your next big show. Why not debut him there? But that's another, I guess, weird thing that happened on Wrestle Dream that I saw a lot of people talking about. A lot.
Hey, we got Rico though.
I'm not sure anybody wanted
I think that's funny. I think that's funny for MXM though. That's like the perfect third person for them.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't even predicted him to show up.
I'm not sure anybody wanted Rico. I'm not gonna lie. I was very, very surprised. I was like, what's going on here? What, Rico?
Who would you want to be their third man?
It's funny because I saw for like a lot of people were saying that it could have been Dijak. I'm not sure how. I saw that on Twitter a lot. Although I don't know.
It'd be cool to get Dijak in, but I just don't think it would make sense.
I don't know how he would have. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how he would have fit.
Yeah.
I don't know how he would have fit, but yeah. I don't know. I guess I don't know. I don't really know who I was expecting because I don't even know what they're called now. I just know it's MXM now.
MXM,
but,
yeah.
Are they still called the Maximum Male Models?
Tyler Breeze would have been another one, a good one.
Breeze would have.
But I think he's still loosely associated with WWE. Yeah,
he's still contracted by them, so it's kind of.
That would have worked though. That would have worked.
But that was
but if it gets Maximum, whatever the MXM, if it gets them more in the tag division, that's cool. I guess they need more people.
I see people comparing this Mox group to kind of like the NWO, but they have like their own little style to them.
What do y'all think of the group so far?
I think it's good. I think it's like pretty good. They're doing like a really good job, and obviously Danielson kind of sold it really well, making this group very dangerous, or at least look very dangerous. And they had all the baby faces obviously come out and stuff like that. That was just really that was a nice little touch having all the baby faces.
What I did like about the finish was the way that like they just looked like scarred watching Bryan get stretchered out,
Yeah.
That was a good little touch.
You know what this you know what this smells for me? It smells like we got to get the cleaner back, man.
We need him. We need him.
See,
Tommy, I never thought I would say I'd miss Kenny Omega.
Yes, you miss.
I miss Kenny, man.
Wait, can you
he's
blow that comment back up? That what would Team AEW versus Team Shane McMahon with BCC?
That could be.
It's funny because like the closing shots show Darby Allin. I'm not gonna lie, as a leader of Team AEW, I don't know. We're gonna need Kenny Omega back in there. That's like Mr. AEW right there.
For real.
That's.
I was gonna say Moxley, but he's the heel, so it won't work. Yeah.
Well, he would be technically Mr. AEW because he's been their most accomplished guy and probably the most hardworking guy. Obviously, if Kenny Omega didn't have all these injuries, I think he'd be.
Yeah, I'm saying you would definitely be the guy.
He'd definitely be number one. But I don't know. Look, Kenny Omega is just great, and I would love to see him be basically the face of that group, Team AEW, baby faces group, and kind of run roughshod on Team Mox or Team Shane McMahon, whatever you want to call it.
No, I'm with you. I think we need Kenny Omega back. I mean, we got Adam Cole back.
MJF back. We're gonna get Adam Copeland back soon.
Yeah, Jay White's winning matches.
Dude, finally! I know. I didn't think they were gonna pull the trigger. I didn't think they were gonna do it.
If they pull the trigger when it comes to Christian, or if they just make him cost that little contract Christian got, either or, I'm all right with it. But I hope they keep this momentum on Jay White. I've been waiting for this. Waiting.
Bro, that switchblade.
The counter? Yeah.
Oh, that counter was so nasty.
That was probably, again, I didn't watch the match, but that was a real good spot. Real good spot.
Wild start the show. You got Daniel Garcia, then you got MJF, and then Adam Cole. So I'm glad they're finally gonna get some sort of payoff to the Cole and MJF.
Mm-hmm.
Just ass backwards, just from how it ended.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I'm interested.
My favorite moment of the day was finally Konosuke Takeshita has been crowned.
Mm.
He has finally been crowned. I
That's
think they were
big.
gonna pull the trigger on him. I want to ask you a question. This goes to everybody in the chat. Y'all can answer this as well. I've seen a lot of people comparing this, even saying it's better than the triple threat match at Unbreakable 2005. Yeah, what's
There was
your
no
thoughts?
selling poison runners. No selling poison runners. Hell no.
Yeah, nah, I'm sorry.
I
And then
can't give- I
and
can't give
then
it
they
that.
were like showing clips of this match, obviously from last night, saying, "Oh, did they do this? Did they do that?" They didn't. You know what they did not do in Unbreakable 2005 was no sell.
Yeah,
That's what they
fact.
did not do. Because that is yeah, and look, it's also saying it sounds like recency bias. Like that's clearly what it is. Obviously, I still think that Unbreakable 2005 match is probably the greatest triple threat match of all time. So
I'm sure. I'm me saying this as I didn't see the full match last night, but I'm sure it was a good triple threat. It's just there's just too much of that, like the no selling for me that I just can't do, bro.
yeah, the no
can't.
selling is like, and it was done quite a lot in that match last night. Quite a lot. Like there was
Specifically with Ricochet and Ospreay. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, come on, like what are we doing, man? Like these moves aren't even impactful. Poison Ron is like it's like a roll up. It's like a roll up pinfall to me now. It's like it doesn't even matter.
Because they gotta remember, Poison Ron, you're supposed to be like getting spiked through your head.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you know, but it's I guess you can call it new age. New age wrestling, I guess, but
Phil saying this 3 was easily the best of the year so far. I don't know if it's the best match of the year per se. I'd personally have to
like in all of wrestling, or what does he mean?
I'd personally have to go. I would probably put. I'm not gonna lie. My enjoyment personally, I like Danielson and Ospreay more, and I liked what was the other one? Swerve and Ospreay just.
Yeah.
Oh, best 3-way of the year? Oh, okay. I can't think of any. Oh, well, there's the one from NXT. NXT Stand and Deliver between Oba Femi, Josh Briggs, and that one was pretty damn good.
You know, actually, you know what they were doing in that match as well? They were
selling.
Yeah, they were selling. Yeah,
they were selling.
I might have to give that. I might have to give. I don't know. I might have to give the Wrestle Dream one maybe just a tad bit, but like I think it's a little bit better. I think so. I think it's a little bit better.
That's fair.
If the Sheamus match, the WrestleMania 39 triple threat was within this year.
Oh no, I'm gonna be honest.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'd have to go WrestleMania 39.
Not even having this discussion.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I can't do the no selling stuff. I can't. That's something that I can't get past. If you do it maybe once a match and it's like it's a deserved no sell, then okay, cool. But a lot of the no sells in this match were just like ridiculous. Just didn't need to be there.
I agree. Actually, I do have to ask you: how do you feel about Private Party? Did you feel like wrestling was their time?
No.
Okay. All right.
Their time is coming in a month at Full Gear.
Okay.
5 years to the pay-per-view where they got their first opportunity. They got their first opportunity for the AEW tag titles back at 2019 Full Gear against it was Kazarian and Christopher Daniels, and I forgot what the third team was. It was a 3-way. This is their time.
Okay.
If they can, like, especially after the match, you can see them, kind of like standing in the ring, and they were, the crowd was like, chanting them on, whatever, cheering them on. Like, you could tell that there's a story there, and they're probably going to try to capitalize on it. And I'm hoping that next month at Full Gear, they do capitalize on it, and I hope that they can win the AEW tag titles right then and there. Because then, I'm not sure. I wanted to watch the pay-per-view obviously because of them, and I was hoping that they would win the titles. But I also knew, this is like their first offense in like this is their first title shot in a very long time after they've been booked very bad. I'd be very surprised if they even won here. Now, if you're telling me in a month from now, they should be. I take the titles off the Young Bucks. I don't think they need it. I think they should be the first set of champions within the elite that gets the title off of them. I think the last person should be Kazuchika Okada. And I'm not gonna lie, Jack Perry's having an awful reign.
Oh wow.
He's having a god awful reign. That match with Katsuyori Shibata was not good.
I didn't even see it. I heard people saying they didn't like the finish.
So he's having a like shitty ass reign. So not the pay per view last night. I haven't seen all of it. I've only seen like parts of it. Whatever. From my understanding, it's like kind of like an up and down pay per view. I saw the Mortals match with Hologram. That was a pretty good match. Just a bunch of no selling. A bunch of no selling.
More no selling.
More no selling. Yeah. But the match was pretty good. You know, it puts a spotlight on Hologram.
That's
the thing is like, look, I want to see Daniel Garcia, but he's stuck into a feud with MJF right now.
Or maybe Adam Cole's
that.
taking the attention away.
I don't know.
I think that's what DG's gonna win the feud is because of Adam Cole in a sense.
Potentially. It looks like Adam Cole has not buffed up not a single bit since
I just think that's his body, bro. He don't get no muscle.
Probably doesn't.
Yeah.
I need him to stay healthy, bro. I need him to stay healthy. I'm not gonna lie. I do have the Castaneda and John Cena stream on the side.
Wait.
About that.
Let me know when Cena comes out.
He just walked in.
Hold on.
I did.
Putting it on my phone.
He just walked in.
What was I gonna say? Why are we in the grand year of 2024, right? In the biggest year of 2024, and Chris Jericho's co-main eventing a pay-per-view.
Disgusting. Thank God he didn't win, but still disgusting.
Like, what are we doing? Oh my God.
I get it. He probably wanted. I get Tony Khan. It's a Briscoe. It's a Briscoe. So it probably was.
No, this is actually crazy. I'm sorry. This is insane to see.
No, it really is crazy. Hey, John Cena always wears that suit, I feel like, when he's doing things like this. I feel like he always wears that suit.
Oh, man. My goal, man. John Cena. He's always wearing that shirt. Or that suit.
That's what I'm saying.
Whatever.
Yeah, what's going on? He ain't got another one?
Yeah. Dude, I'm not going to lie. I threw up one cut. Yo, you're not lying, man. That shit was awful.
But nah, AEW. You're getting your guys back slowly. Like I said, you're giving some of the right guys a push. I just think still to me, it comes down to booking and writing and storytelling. Until that gets better, bro, it's gonna be hard for me to watch weekly and live all the time, bro. I'm just being honest. But wait till Kenny comes back. I think it's gonna be a little bit better when Kenny comes back.
Hopefully, he comes back soon.
Facts.
Hopefully.
Facts.
Now, where does AEW go from here now? Because obviously there's some like big angles coming out of here. Oh, by the way, I heard I didn't watch this match, but I heard Mariah May's best match came from this pay-per-view. Like Mariah May's like best like championship defense. Obviously, she's only held the title since August, so there's not much that.
That's crazy.
Obviously, there's not much, but yeah, she went against Willow Nightingale, so I wouldn't have expected less, honestly.
Yeah. Another thing, I don't watch Rampage. I know she had a promo on Rampage, but why the hell is Chris Statlander back being a babyface? She was just healed.
Wait, yeah, that was so weird.
She's a face?
I'm like, she's a face now.
She was just healed now, just like that, babyface again.
Phil, like, I don't know how much AEW you watch, but bro, please explain that, bro. How the hell did she go from she was at All Out? She was literally a heel, and now she's a face. She got rid of Stokely Hathaway. When did that happen?
Yeah, what are we doing here?
When did that happen? No, I understand she needs to be a babyface, but like, when did that happen? Oh my God, John Cena's Kai Cenat's doing John Cena's entrance with the theme music and everything. What is going on, bro?
Bro, when he dropped this on like the picture on Twitter, and I was able to actually see it, bro, I'm like, bro, Kai Bright, like this is a whole different realm.
Phil wants to join us again. What do we say?
I don't mind it. I don't mind. I'm a Phil advocate.
What do you think, Darian?
Get out of here, Phil. No, I'm playing, of course.
Kick
All right,
rocks.
Phil, I'm gonna send you a link to your Discord.
Kick
Come on,
rocks.
man. Come on in.
You're my second favorite Phil, because Phil Brooks, of course. Come on.
So
Become a
where
shirt that
does
says second favorite film.
so where does where do they go from here? Like in terms of like the storylines from obviously the big storyline coming out of the Danielson stuff. Do you guys see that do you guys see Danielson returning? Like what do you guys think?
I feel like they emphasized full-time wrestling career, which
Yes.
leaves the door open for
For
that part-time
part-time.
role.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like right when we think that BCC or whatever the new group's called, if it's even a new name for it, I feel like at their peak, when they have everything, Danielson's going to come back and quote unquote save us from all of this. Maybe even with the helps of, granted, we probably don't want him to be in this light yet, but Darby Allin, maybe even Orange Cassidy, because I think I saw a picture. I don't know if it's a real one or not. Again, didn't watch it, but I don't know if it was they were all there on the apron, but they were all very like shocked and distraught that Bryan Danielson was done. So I could see that as well. It just may take some. Well, we'll see how long it takes knowing Tony Khan's storytelling, but it may be a slow burn. But I see something like that. I do see something like that. What up, Phil?
Philip, how are you
Alrighty.
doing,
Philium.
man?
Yeah, on the topic of faces and just randomly turning and
yes.
heels turning, all
Yes.
that stuff, that just happens in AEW. You're just gonna have to live with it. It's just freaking random at times. But Chris Statlander needed to be a babyface again, and I'm very happy for it.
What's going on, Tom Blair?
What's going on? But
So wait, how did she turn?
Thanks.
How did she turn? Because I remember
she
seeing the
turn?
promo.
I think
saying
it was
that,
on
like,
an
she
episode of I think it was on an episode of Rampage. I don't watch Rampage either. I think she
Okay.
kind of just met up with Stokely in the back saying, "Hey, you've honestly just been dragging me down. I'm done with you. Get out of here. Go home. Go do your business elsewhere." I'm guessing, because I don't watch
Okay.
Rampage. I don't watch anything else other than that. I watch Dynamite because Dynamite's the place where everything usually does happen in terms of story purposes, and that's it.
It's
But
very, very odd, man. Like out of nowhere, I'm just like, shoot, she turned babyface.
I think she needed to be a babyface though, because her heel run was not really doing all that hot.
I believe. I mean, I don't watch it weekly, but after the Willow stuff, because the Willow stuff to me was actually kind of hot. It was like it was picking up, it was kicking up. But after that, there probably wasn't much for her to do, which I can honestly see. So I get it.
And now she's going into this feud with Mercedes for the TBS title.
Okay, well, at least it's
so
Mercedes.
I mean, there's that. So we're gonna see Willow.
Was Mercedes on the show last night?
No.
Mercedes right now, she's
Hello.
Is George gonna...
Hello.
Hey, who's this guy? Hey.
And there's a dog.
How's it going, man?
And
That's a
there's
dog right there. That's a dog.
They're not Scar. Scar is a human. That is
it's
real dog.
George. You little
Hey,
shit.
George.
But yeah, in terms of Mercedes is just kind of, existing right now in AEW. What are you doing? I'm trying to do stuff here. Can you lay down? Thank you. You little shit. Yeah, I'm talking about
you. W. George. George is great, man.
Oh, W. George.
George is great, but he's a little shit. So what the fuck was I talking about? Oh yeah, Mercedes. She's just existing. Yeah. She's just existing right now. And
what feud is she in right now currently?
Chris Statlander. This just started.
Oh, okay.
This just started.
Interesting. With everyone saying that how she's booking her own run and everything, I will say she's pretty considerate taking Wrestle Dream off. That's one less match Tony Khan can force feed us, So I do appreciate her for that, I guess.
Yeah.
Quick question, Phil. So you watched the whole pay-per-view, right?
I do. Yep.
Give me your top 5 best matches from the pay-per-view.
5 from the pay-per-view. Damn. That's actually going to be tough. I'm giving my number 1 to the main event. The main event was absolutely fantastic in terms of the actual in-ring aspect. Bryan Danielson and Jon Moxley killed it.
Okay. Storytelling, obviously.
Storytelling as well. Those two did, and we'll probably talk a little bit more about the whole Jon Moxley and Bryan Danielson stuff later. But I mean, who knows? Number 2, I would have to honestly kind of give it to that triple threat, because the triple threat, in terms of the actual in-ring action, to me was kind of cool. I do agree with you on the no selling. No selling is a little bit kind of outrageous, especially when it comes down to the Poison Ranas. But yeah, in terms of everything that's going on right now, that was Ricochet's coming out party. He finally showed up in AEW in terms of like getting things in gear for what he is meant to do over there. And I was very happy to be wrong about Will Ospreay retaining. I'm glad Kenosuke won that championship, because that was the easiest way to go about things.
100%.
I'm
Would
trying
you
to
put the
figure
Beast
out the rest of the
Mortals
show.
and hologram on there?
Look, I'll give them this. They have been getting a lot of TV time lately.
Yes, that's what I've been noticing. Like, not even on Collision, but on Dynamite, like, as well.
Yes, holograms usually a mainstay over on Collision, but
Yes.
when Mortos is on AEW Dynamite, because that's usually where he's been mainly featured, he's been doing some amazing work there too. So you put those two up on a pedestal like Tony Khan's been doing, and then putting them in the ring together on pay-per-view to really show what the two can bring. And they honestly did very good work with each other. I don't know if I would put it in my top 5, but I mean, it's definitely one of the best matches that they had.
You're gonna put the Jay White one, right? And
Well, Jay White and Hangman Adam Page, they did fantastic in their match, and it was a short feud for Hangman Page to do to get over the hump and get things going. But I personally would have had Hangman Adam Page in a different position, but it is what it is. How
about the Mariah May?
Think of anything else?
Mariah
May and Will Nightingale for sure. And
that is I've heard some great things about that one.
Yeah,
I've heard some really good things.
That to me was easily the best title defense of Mariah May's title run so far. And like you said earlier, I mean, it's not really much to go on because she just won the title. But Will Nightingale, she goes in almost every single aspect whenever she gets in there. So there's that for sure. And yes, it's Phil. Hi, Phil. Yes, highly. I'm looking up the rest of this card because this is another problem that I have with AEW pay-per-views, because they have so many matches on these cards.
And look, luckily it was like 9 matches last night, which isn't really like what they usually do, because they usually go for like 14 or whatever it is. So
9 matches on the card, but
and then 10.
There were 4 on the pre.
Oh shoot! I thought it was only like 10 matches in total. Shit. Damn.
There were 4 matches on the pre-show. One of them wasn't even announced for the pre-show, so it just happened. So
typical AEW.
13 matches in total.
Typical AEW.
But yeah, Moxley and Bryan, Kenosuke. Mariah's match, Jay's match, and honestly, I probably would give it.
Mariah May?
No, I probably would give the the 5th and final match to probably Hologram and Mortis. They did well. The tag team title match, I knew you guys were talking about that before I came on in.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And I knew you guys probably saw my comments, but it wasn't
great
believable
match
for me. It was not believable for me to have Private Party win the titles.
They did just come out of nowhere, kind of.
Exactly.
They came out of nowhere. They were building a story just based on based on what happened 5 years ago in the tournament where Private Party upset the Young Bucks. And that's just the basis of that story. That's it. It was not believable for them to do it again.
I got a question for you. Full Gear.
For Full Gear?
That's 5 years. Same pay-per-view. Where they challenged the titles for the first time.
It was a triple threat. Yes.
Do you think they win it this time? And they dethrone the Bucks? Is it more believable? Is it more believable at least?
With the way AEW is kind of going in terms of the trajectory of the tag team division, yes, it's more believable in terms of that aspect. If they honestly do a triple threat match again, just like that, if they do that type of matchup again for the tag team titles, I'm all for it. Have them win the tag titles and take those titles off the Young Bucks, because from what I'm aware of, that was literally only their second tag team title defense in their entire run. So get those belts off of them immediately. And I did see a comment down there earlier when I was in chat saying there was some Hogan-led maneuvers with the Young Bucks. You're being worked.
Yeah, you're being worked. Yeah, exactly.
That's exactly what they want you to think, and that's exactly why they tweeted, "That's not going to work for us, brother." That's why they did that. It's all part of the whole thing.
Exactly.
But Jack Perry, he's existing. He's not doing much. And
after Streamly, I got you, bro. I got you.
And it was Katsuyori Shibata. That pinfall though, that pissed a lot of people
off.
off.
Well, can you explain the ending for me, Phil? Because I heard a lot of people, they weren't really into it. What happened?
That pissed a lot of people off. So yeah, that that pinfall, it was just your typical sleeper, but the shoulders were on the mat or whatever, and the referee counted it. And the referee counted it.
Wow.
And Shibata didn't let go.
And Shibata didn't let go. No. Shibata didn't let go. So they were playing the dumb babyface type deal, and he thought he won because of the taps on the mat, but he didn't because that was the referee and his shoulders were pinned on the mat. So there's that. Then Daniel Garcia Daniel Garcia wants the title now, and then all of a sudden MJF showed back up, and then Adam Cole showed back up, and now
I like that part. I liked how Tony Khan. That's one thing Tony Khan can do correctly. Debuts and returns, because the way he lined those up.
Yeah.
Now, at least for that part of that, I guess segment, match, whatever you want to call it, just for that part. Now I'm curious, like, how is all of these gonna intertwine at the same time? So it's gonna be fun. That part's gonna be fun.
And with everything that is happening right now, I do see the point of everybody saying, why are the roles reversed and everything like that? Because Adam Cole was the one to really take everything away from MJF, the world title and everything, and now he's just coming after MJF. I get that, but also, if you take a look at how everything kind of shaped up, if you watch the product enough, MJF also kind of did the exact same thing to Adam Cole.
Yep.
In terms of taking things away. So Adam Cole has a legitimate reason of getting his look back on MJF just as much as MJF should get his look back on Adam Cole. So that feud should continue. That feud should end. And once that is over, MJF should go back to that world title because he lost it in a shitty way.
That's a great question. I mean, I don't think he is, to be honest. Because he's a baby face.
I guess not. Is that still a thing?
Roderick Strong, I think, is doing a really good.
They're turning babyface.
They're turning babyface right now. Yeah.
How are they turning babyface?
Because they're just shaking hands with their opponents.
Yes, they're shaking hands with their opponents. It's literally what they're doing.
I feel like Roderick Strong and the Kingdom as bad guys, and honestly, I feel like he was a good, obnoxious kind of bad guy. With the group and everything. Granted, they were put in very random spots on the show, but them as a team, as a unit, I thought if they had direction, I thought it was pretty good. But
the Undisputed Kingdom is dead.
It's dead. It's done.
It's just.
I get it. Yeah, I get it. Okay.
Wardlow.
I think it was dead as soon as Wardlow lost that title match.
Yeah. It's over. Where is Wardlow? Anyways,
he's dead. He's dead.
Is he even on screen? Like, do they even feature him?
I think Wardlow should definitely test the market. I don't know his contract situation, but whenever it's coming up,
he is waiting outside Time Tower.
Yeah,
I bet. I bet.
He's waiting outside there because they're not even featuring him. There's been no mention of the guy. There's just nothing for him. So
Yeah, unfortunately. Well, let's circle back a little bit to the Bryan Danielson situation, Phil, because we want to get your take on this. Like, where do you see that going? Do you see him? Obviously, they've left kind of the door wide open for a potential part-time career because they said his full-time career is completely done.
yes.
What do you see happening here?
Well, Bryan Danielson, first thing and foremost, needs to get surgery. So until he gets surgery on his neck, we are not going to be seeing him for the foreseeable future in AEW.
Lee, that was disgusting.
He's had I can't remember a guy who's had that many neck surgeries or like anything like up here, with like your with neck or like concussion issues. I can't remember the last time I saw somebody like that got that much operations done to them.
It's honestly unheard of with the amount of surgeries that this guy has had that he is actually still doing it at the level that he's doing it. So that right there in itself should be an applause for Bryan Danielson in and of itself. I still think we're going to be seeing Bryan Danielson in an AEW ring down the line. This is not going to be the end of Bryan Danielson in AEW at all. There were reports coming out of everything, and these, from what I can tell, are pretty, legitimate. That Bryan wanted to go out in that way.
Yep.
Bryan wanted to go out in that way against Jon Moxley, and do that for the sake of the storyline. And you know what? If Bryan Danielson wants to do that, everybody should respect that, and he's did that for the love of the game.
My fault, chat. I didn't know that. That was me. My fault. But if BD said it, then we're going to let it happen.
It's so crazy. Like, he's so unselfish, and like the way he thinks of, other people before him it's just so crazy. And for him, but but it comes as a detriment as well, because he's
I just think someone else could have used it,
Yeah.
I want to put
like
him
a Darby Allin
in the spot of retiring.
Hangman would have been great.
Hangman would have been, oh my God, such a great, what a great way for to have him. But then again, I understand the story they're going with, right? They're trying to present this new group, obviously, that Jon Moxley's running as a threat, right? That doesn't care about anything. I mean, you could clearly tell they literally shoved the AEW world title in a bag, made it seem like it was worth nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's cool. It's like I said earlier on stream, it's like an NWO type style. They definitely they're running things a little bit differently. It's a different storyline than what Tony Khan is truly accustomed to booking. There's also the factor, like Lee's saying, Christian Cage, future world champion. There's that factor also coming into play. We'll see how that comes into play. The one thing I didn't like about this segment is the Wheeler Yuta thing.
Mm-hmm.
We all knew he was going to turn, and it's like you did it in the shittiest way possible.
I saw the Wheeler Yuta turn happening a
mile
mile away.
Yeah.
Happening from a mile away.
But you could have prolonged it a little bit more. I didn't think
that's what I mean. When I feel like everything was underwhelming, it wasn't. I feel like it should have been more with how they
should have prolonged
the build-up.
Yeah. They should have gone weeks. Like,
speaking of wrestlers, I'm not sold on Wheeler Yuta as a heel, bro.
That's gonna be interesting.
It was telegraphed to happen that way, for sure.
Yeah.
And with everything that is kind of happening right now with Jon Moxley and his entire crew, which I personally have been loving, because I think this is probably one of the most intriguing storylines AEW's had, especially since the Elite storyline just fell flat on its face as soon as it happened. I just think that Jon Moxley's been doing great work. And I mean, Jon Moxley just basically used Bryan Danielson as a lesson to the rest of the AEW locker room to say, hey, you guys either have to step up or step aside, because we're going to be the ones to take over in the end. I already have the AEW World Championship. Moxley, Pac, and Claudio are 2/3 of the trios champions with Wheeler. So there was that all of a sudden right then and there. So now the entire 3 trios champions are in the group now. And Marina, I don't see her ever winning a championship within this group because she's just kind of the silent assassin. No offense to the wife of Roderick Strong, right? I think they're together.
Yep.
So she's just a silent killer, and she's just the assassin of the group to just allow her to be who she is.
No, that's fine. I think she's all right. I think that's all right for her.
It's like obviously there's been signs of this because before William Regal left back to WWE, he had said that Jon Moxley was the guy to watch out for. He had been saying that. So I mean, this is something that's been coming for a long time, and now we're just seeing it come to fruition. In terms of the Shane McMahon stuff, when do you think he's coming to AEW?
I think he is coming to AEW. I just don't know when. A lot of people were thinking that he would be the one that's controlling Jon Moxley. I don't think that's going to be the case at all now. That he would be the one to, be running this group per se. If I had a real guess as to who is controlling Moxley, if Moxley isn't just the one doing it on his own merit, I think Sami Callihan's probably showing up in AEW.
Is he still in the contract with TNA or no?
As of right now, I'm seeing reports that he is not.
He's not.
Wow.
Not no signed deal. No, not at all.
So, because Jon Moxley, as of a few days ago, before Wrestle Dream even happened, he did a trademark for whatever Jon Moxley and Sami Callihan's team was back in the Indies. Whatever
what they were called, but yeah.
Whatever that team was. And as soon as that trademark was happening and floating around social media, people immediately drew comparison to Sami Callihan, and they're like, maybe it's actually Sami Callihan. But yeah, I think Shane McMahon is coming to AEW for sure. I just don't know in what capacity.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. I forgot. Switchblade Collective? Is that what he trademarked?
What was that again?
Switchblade Collective?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Interesting.
That's
interesting.
interesting.
Now Jay White needs to do something about this because this is bad. No, I'm playing. Crazy. We can't have
Jay
that.
White is going to be perfectly fine.
The other thing is,
I honestly can see Jay White costing Christian that contract. Because Christian's not winning the world title, I'll tell you that.
That may be AEW's next.
Oh, you don't think he's winning the world title?
Christian's not winning that title.
You think Adam Copeland's gonna cost him that? You think that's
Switchblade?
Switchblade's gonna cost him?
Oh yeah, they're feuding right now, aren't they?
Oh yeah.
Because what happened? There was an exclusive on social media where Switchblade was doing a promo, and he said that you just whoever I'm going to be stepping up to next is going to have to watch their back, and what I think is going to be the patriarchy, because they were the ones to take the trios titles off of Switchblade, off of BC Bullet Club Gold.
Yep.
When all of that happened, so I think Switchblade's going to cost them there. There's just a lot of moving pieces right now in AEW, and I feel like Wrestle Dream was just kind of a pay-per-view to get through, to get to the ultimate pay-per-view where I think a lot of things are going to go happen, and that's Full Gear next month.
Okay. So, question, because obviously the ending shot was of Darby Allin, right? Kind of the centerpiece there. You think he's the lead of like the team babyface or whatever you want to call them, or do you think this calls for somebody greater, a potential cleaner coming back, or what's your prognosis on this?
I saw what you did there. I want Kenny to come back just as much as you guys do, believe me. But Darby Allin and Orange Cassidy are going to be two of the main focal points for this war. that's going to go down between AEW and Moxley's crew.
Do they have a name yet?
No.
Like Moxley's crew?
As of right now, I'm just calling them the BCC until otherwise.
Okay.
Because they haven't said a name yet. And I don't think we're actually going to be getting a name until we figure out who is controlling Moxley. If anybody is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Darby Allin and Orange Cassidy are going to be the two main focal points in all of this. Because there's a reason why those two and Daniel Garcia in the background were really the three main faces that we saw as one of the lasting images before that show went off the air. Because otherwise, they would have shown the entire AEW locker room.
That is true.
Yeah.
I think Darby is going to be the one to take the title off of John when the time is right. I think Orange Cassidy, he had a segment backstage with Jerry Lynn saying you can be something in this company if you let yourself to be. So he can be a possible world champion contender down the line if they allow him to be that. And then Daniel Garcia has got to take that title off of Jack Perry because right now Jack Perry ain't doing shit with that title.
Yeah.
That's true. Jack Perry's having I said it earlier on stream, I don't know if you caught it. Says he's having a awful reign. Shitty reign.
They're just not doing anything with him right now. And they're calling him the scapegoat because of everything that happened that we're not going to get into. But,
Yep.
I mean, they're just calling him that. And that's just a nickname that he has. He's not doing anything too special.
No, he's not, unfortunately.
I like Jack Perry, and I think Jack Perry's great. But especially in this role because, I mean, Jack Perry, he's grown up so much. Since the Jungle Boy days, it's not even funny. And he's just better in this role as the heel. It's just, you're not doing anything with him, and that's what's souring the reign.
Yeah, unfortunately, let's see where AEW. It's going to be very interesting. Full Gear should be a pretty good pay per view. With a lot of build up. Should be.
Oh, and we
should
didn't
be
even
really
talk
good.
about the whole Bobby Lashley thing. The Bobby Lashley.
Yeah. How do you feel that he didn't show up, bro?
He didn't show up. All right, so let's talk about it, man. Let's talk
I'm
about
fine.
it.
I'm fine with it.
Tony Khan finally playing the long game is interesting.
I know, right?
I'm fine with it.
It's interesting. So that's why I'm not mad at it. I'm gonna let him attempt to cook.
I'm perfectly fine with Bobby Lashley not being there because this allows Shelton Benjamin to finally have some, stock within himself.
Yes.
In AEW.
Okay. I didn't think about it like that, but okay.
This allows him to actually be showcased as a solo act up until Bobby gets in there. Because once Bobby gets in there, he'll be really a focal point for this new group. But why not allow Bobby Lashley to...
Hey, shout out to my boy Leo, but it looks like we're about to get Shelton versus Leo or a Dynamite or something.
Yeah,
Leo signed a new contract with AEW, so he is now all elite again. So there you go.
Yeah, I mean, how long do you think before we see Bobby? I would say Full Gear. I'm gonna go another
Sounds
month
about right.
we see him. I'm gonna go another month.
I'd say about Full Gear.
Where's Full Gear at?
Jersey.
I think it's Newark.
Are you going, Phil?
I'm going to try, but there's a lot of things going on right now that I actually need money for. So it's likely not.
They still same.
Well, my car, you guys know the car situation.
It's okay. You still have Saturday night's main event.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully.
if not, you still got SmackDown here.
Wait, where is Saturday night main event at again?
Nassau. Nassau Coliseum.
Yep, in New York.
And then the SmackDown the day before is in Hartford, so I wouldn't have to drive anywhere for that one, except 40 minutes.
Not bad.
Yeah, but I think Full Gear is in Newark, and Full Gear is really where a lot of things are about to happen because that's one of their big four that I like to call them. Because it's one of the four mainstays of the shows that, AEW has had since the very beginning. and it's just a show where actually a lot of things have happened.
Yeah, Full Gear is one of their big. What do you say? They got like a big four. You know.
Yeah,
I think their first 4 is technically the. Well, I don't know. You might have to throw all in.
We go
So
all
Double or
in,
Nothing.
double or nothing. All
Full Gear.
nah.
And
On the
Revolution.
would Forbidden Door count? Or is that doesn't
That's their
count? 'cause
big
it's
four.
like collaborative.
Nah.
I don't think you
Nah.
can throw Forbidden Door in there.
No.
I think all in, all out. I think those will
No,
give
Full Gear.
What AEW did as like their first 4 big pay-per-views back in 2019 were Double or Nothing,
Full Gear.
All Out, Full Gear, and Revolution.
Revolution
Those are
is
So
one
kind
their
of
big
like how WWE with their
Yeah,
first 4
those are
pay-per-views
really
the
the big main 4
that makes sense.
shows. Then, shows like
I don't think All Out is that big anymore, honestly.
I think All
now
In
that
is I think
it was, and then All In.
All
happened.
In.
Yeah, All In is now stepped in.
All In to me is their WrestleMania.
Yes,
Man, Grand Slam had the potential to be their like a big 5, but nah.
they killed it.
Yeah. Then when stuff like Forbidden Door showed
Actually,
showed up.
it might become
All
one.
In.
It's going to be at a stadium in Australia next year, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yes.
Grand Slam.
Yes.
Okay.
never know. But as of right now, I think it's Revolution, Double or Nothing, All In, and Full Gear. I think that's their big 4 right there.
It's a fair bet.
Those are their biggest pay-per-views.
As of right now, I mean, we got actually a ton of things in the lineup for their upcoming shows. I mean, we got Full Gear in Newark.
Yep.
We got World's End in Orlando.
Yep.
Wrestle Dynasty in Japan.
Oh, that's the beginning of January.
Is that the one with the Continental Classic gonna be at?
I forgot about that.
World's End is when they hold the tournament.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't care about the World's End pay-per-view.
What? Oh, you're crazy! I
like the concept. I like the concept of that tournament, bro.
Bro, I love it. I love
Bangers
it.
last year.
So yeah. The tournament will be cool, but the way they did the pay-per-view last year, it left a bad taste in my mouth, and I'm not gonna lie. Outside of the Continental Classic this year,
okay. Let me change. It may be not the whole show, but I
Not the
think
pay-per-view, but the
it's
tournament.
It's definitely the
December is gonna be
for
full of
me.
grabs, man.
Yeah. December will be full of grabs. Yep.
Yeah,
They started what in right after Full Gear, right?
Yeah.
They started the tournament.
Yeah.
And
Last year we got Swerve and Jay White.
Some matches in the Continental Classic, I believe we actually had like at Full Gear. I think it was on like.
Didn't Shingo was there. No,
I know we got Swerve and Jay White. Hangman was in there in some capacity, right?
Yeah. I think so.
Roosh was in there.
Yeah.
Mark Briscoe.
Finals like Eddie Kingston and who?
I don't remember.
But you gotta think about the AEW climate now. And Grant, I know he can't put all of his top stars in that tournament, but he has a lot to choose.
He should. He should put all his top stars in.
I don't think Tony Khan is about that.
He's
life.
not. He would never do that. He would never
I would
do that.
love it. Could you imagine?
He would never
Can you make a Swerve, Adam Cole, MJ? Oh my god.
He would never do that, but he should.
Maybe Kota Ibushi gets in this one.
Dude, oh my.
That would be crazy.
You know what? You know how we were talking about how Private Party was supposed to be the ones. Did y'all see they're teasing the Golden Lovers reunion?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I did see that.
That might be the team that dethrones the Young Bucks if they're actually good to
Oh yeah,
if they're good to go.
That makes sense.
Because I mean, Full Gear, World's End, Wrestle Dynasty in Tokyo, which is insane. That's at the Tokyo Dome, so I'm just really wondering how the heck that's gonna happen. Then we got Grand Slam in Australia at Suncorp Stadium, which should be great. I think that's gonna be a major show for them.
Yeah.
On a Globe Life Field in Arlington, that should be a great one for them, and then New Japan in London, and Forbidden Door in London. I mean, so they already got.
We already talk about. I mean, I really, I guess it's not their show, but even for the New Japan lovers out there, Wrestle Kingdom, I feel like they're gonna have a big part in that show. Even though it's not their show, I feel like AEW's gonna have a big part in that show.
It's back-to-back nights, right? Or Wrestle Kingdom?
Oh, is it? Are they doing that again? Back-to-back nights? Let's see. Hold on. I don't know.
I think so.
I think it's one night Wrestle Kingdom, and the second night is the AEW one, right?
I don't know.
Double checking.
That Australia stadium is nice.
So Wrestle Dynasty is slated to be January 5th, 2025.
Oh yeah, it definitely is. It's the
And
fourth
then
this
What
week.
Wrestle
number are
Kingdom-
we on? I don't even know what number.
Wrestle Kingdom 19 is January 4th.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah, so they're back-to-back nights. Wrestle Kingdom and Wrestle Dynasty.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
and this Wrestle Dynasty is going to feature CMLL talent, AEW
Yep.
talent, New Japan talent, Stardom talent, Ring of Honor
What?
talent. I mean, they're
What is going on in New Japan? I've not heard a peep from them.
I think we're just waiting on the ZSJ.
Yeah, I know that.
Championship, boy. It's
Yeah.
about time. It's about time, and I think that's happening later
Who's
this
their-
month.
Who's
Or
the
I
champion?
think it's happening tomorrow. I think their match is tomorrow.
Is it really?
I thought his match was
think
at
so.
Wrestle Kingdom.
Nah, they're moving it forward. I think it's because New Japan thinks that they need the new champion, so they're pushing it forward.
Oh,
Who's
wow.
the champion now?
Naito, but Naito, I mean,
Oh, that's
I
right.
thought- we
I
all
forgot.
thought
Naito?
was gonna retire.
Naito?
Yeah,
Oh shit, to you, Naito.
yeah.
Huh.
It's Hold on, let me go. I'm checking the Twitter page right
Wow.
now, but I think it is tomorrow.
They've taken a dip.
Let me see. Yeah, they said
Yeah, man.
Monday. That's
They
tomorrow.
lost their big. They lost all their big stars, man. They lost Jay White, Okada.
You remember when we used to be so
Omega.
mad at WWE how they used to kill the indies because they used to sign indies talent?
Yeah.
What do you-
You saying
what
AEW
is that-
killed Japan? That's crazy.
I mean, Okada.
I
you
mean,
could've let
I
them
don't
keep
think he's
Okada,
wrong
bro.
in saying that Tony Khan did do a lot.
Like, come on.
Damn, he almost killed Impact, but they bounced back.
Nah. WWE
They
saved
bounced
us.
back.
Thank you.
Look,
Thank
we-
you,
we-
WWE. Thank you.
we don't
Yeah.
talk about that partnership
Mm.
over in
That was
AEW.
insane, man. They did him so dirty.
That was terrible. That was
Yeah.
terrible.
And now
Guys,
AEW will never work with us again because we're working with WWE, and I'm okay with that.
and I want people to understand in chat or anybody that's going to watch this afterwards, I'm not one of these AEW marks that everybody sees on Twitter. Okay. I watch the product weekly, and that's not because I am in love with AEW and I'm on Tony Khan's payroll. It's honestly just because of the fact that I do a weekly review show.
Yeah.
And it's kind of my job to watch it. I'm not saying that I want to be watching it otherwise. I watch any pro wrestling that I can. It's just that I'm not one of these AEW marks that just
I don't
continuously
fantasize over
praise
Yeah.
continuously
Basically,
praise
you
the
see-
product
Yeah.
when the product definitely does need some criticism.
Right. You see both sides. Everything they do isn't good, and you can admit to it.
The criticism for this company is 100% valid, but when
Yeah.
you're legitimately having accounts and streamers all over the place just yelling for the sake of yelling and just, not even really trying to address the real issues, then that's the problem.
The IWC is probably the biggest group of dorks,
One hell of a place.
idiots. It is the most enclosed group of nonsensical people who have probably never been through school and don't understand like nothing. Because today, while I was on there, right, I see something, right? It says Jinder Mahal, when he was WWE champion, drew 2.426, whatever it was, million viewers, right?
Mhm.
And Cody's drawing 1.4 million viewers.
Oh,
They're saying
God.
they're technically
saying-
trying to
yeah.
say that Jinder Mahal is better. And at the bottom it says Cody is the lowest drawing champion in the history of the WWE. First off, there's many other ways in which people view wrestling other than
Okay.
cable streaming. I mean,
Yeah.
people are probably already canceling their cable networks because in about 2 months they will be on Netflix.
Yes.
Yes.
So
And from what
People
I'm
watch-
getting, everything's moving over to Netflix once their Peacock deal is done.
yes, which
From what
I
I'm
think it's-
getting.
I think it's at the beginning of 26, I believe.
Yeah,
Or something
That's
like that.
insane.
at least for the pay-per-views, and I mean and their library. SmackDown's locked for a couple more years. Dogger, the bigger show.
Dog a bigger star than you, Phil. Oh, Zay.
Oh, if you actually saw
Oh,
this
Zay, man.
dog
Hope
on
you're
the
doing
floor, he's like Not even up to my kneecap. So he's a small dog. He's just huge in the camera.
George trying to get over, man.
George and let him take over.
Yeah, George is trying to get himself over.
George, you're
Oh,
over, man. You're
He's
top
over,
of the
man.
league, bro. You're
I
top
want
of the
George, Charlie, and Luna to go on like a
He's
little dog walk, man.
he's an old boy too.
Scar can
He's
walk
an
him because he knows how to walk, bro.
Okay.
Scar
Because
can
Scar's a
walk
human.
What
Scar's
are
a
you
human.
doing? Get out of my face!
Where is Tommy? Where is Scar? Where is Luna?
Should I go get my dogs, chat?
Go get your dog, man.
Go
I'm
get
gonna
your
go
dog.
get my dogs. Y'all stay tuned.
Okay,
Oh
Now
my
we
gosh,
just-
he is.
Dogs!
George, chill, George.
Wrestle spot, man. Where is the walking weapon?
Walking weapons chilling behind me, man. Let me grab her.
Where wants to see you guys?
I'm the only one without a dog,
Here's
unfortunately.
Scar!
Oh, I'm sorry to wake you up.
Look at the human.
oh
man.
yeah.
Oh God.
Look at the human.
Oh,
Scar.
Or she just woke up.
Charlie, man.
you just made this wrestling stream into
Wanna go back to bed?
The walking weapon.
Okay, now.
Okay, hold on, Scar. We gotta give Luna some TV time.
Now
Luna
we
some
want-
TV time. Come on, fatty.
Walking weapon. Ah, look at BTBC, man. Friendly with the dogs.
Oh my!
Now
We love dogs.
The dog
over here.
edition of BTBC is
The
insane.
dog edition.
You want-
The dog edition of BTBC.
Oh, whoa.
Oh, look at Luna.
George wanted to
Look
get
at
over,
her.
man. Luna.
Just that. Just
Look
that.
at Luna.
Ugh.
Yeah, they want to get over, man. The dogs, they want to get over today.
But hey, I got them a yard because I'm in a house. Thank God. So I
Ah.
get a yard now. They love it, bro.
Tommy buying a
Homeowner.
house.
Tommy,
Homeowner.
Mr. Musk,
Homeowner.
No,
Mr.
bro.
Musk.
Let's chill.
Mr. Musk.
Let's chill. Let's relax. Ooh, man. Luna is
Mr.
fat, bro. Jesus Christ.
Say, man, how are you, bro?
How are you doing, Zay? Yo, Tommy.
Oh no.
What's up?
Can you gift me an Optimus?
Gift you? Hold on.
Yeah, Mr. Musk.
No way.
Tommy Musk.
No way.
Can you or Scar lend me a loan, man?
You have to. That's
Sorry,
actually
guys, I
Scar's
have to-
department. You have to call Scar.
No, it's okay. Look, Phil. If you ever need any help, Tommy can assist you because he can give you an Optimus. Do you know what an Optimus is?
in terms of what? Like,
Do you know
Can we play the clip?
Yeah,
on
let me
the-
go find
on
it.
the
Let me
screen?
find it.
Yeah, go find it. The Tesla Optimus. You never heard of it?
oh, yes.
Real life, this shit is kind of crazy, bro. I was just like seeing some of the videos.
Nah,
I'm not gonna lie, a robot.
That's insane.
I don't know if I could ever get with that. You know,
That's insane.
I'm trying to find the trailer.
imagine going to a wrestling show and bringing that robot with you, like, and asking the robot questions like, "Who do you think is gonna win this match?" Like, oh man, look at the creation of Tommy Musk. Oh man,
Hey.
hey,
Optimus.
wow, this
It's
is
even talking.
crazy.
this is fantastic. Good job.
You want to know what's kind of crazy? Real
What?
life. That's
Don't
insane.
be like this guy. This guy is an idiot.
Real life. If I ever had an Optimus, I would put on a 5-star classic with the Optimus.
I mean, yeah.
Backyard wrestling with the Optimus.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, that Optimus might say self-destruct.
Oh yeah. Nah, if the Optimus hits me with like a what's it called, a Canadian destroyer, I'm returning it.
Wait. So I'm paying attention to Kaisen that stream and John Cena is dancing.
Bro, yeah, I just saw him try to hit
On the
the little
screen.
the hip thing.
The hip thing that Kaisen that
Oh,
does,
no.
like John Cena is attempting to do that. I don't know who this guy is. He's clearly enjoying himself, man.
That's like
It's so crazy to think man, in just
Serious.
2 months, we're gonna see his
Start of his tour.
like the start of his farewell tour. Man, that just doesn't sit right with me. I don't know. Like it's so
Me, but I have to at least see him one time before he calls it quits.
it feels so weird because this is a guy obviously who for the majority of my life I've been watching, and it's like, oh, he's gone. Like now he's
That's gonna
he's
be
at
tough.
the end, and obviously one of the biggest stars, and obviously in at least in the generation that passed before this one, like obviously like the biggest star there was. So it's kind of crazy, man.
And let's be real, John Cena, when he says that he is done,
Yeah,
he's done.
Yeah, he's done. He's
Yeah,
he-
I don't-
17 world
I don't
titles.
know if there's I don't know if there's ever any money that's gonna get him to come back to wrestling in 5 years, like how
Nah,
Shawn
he
came
seems like
back.
a guy that's set, especially because he's got Hollywood money too.
Yeah.
He's basically already gone enough as it is. I mean, he's Hollywood.
He's Hollywood. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just very,
But-
very.
But
Interesting. So he's really gonna do whole movies next year. That's crazy.
I don't know why he's making this face, but John looks weird.
So okay, let's move on now. I'm not gonna talk about Raw, just like all the way through.
Yeah,
I
nothing.
want to
really-
get your thought. I want to get your thoughts on just the 2-hour format. What'd you think? And does it hurt now?
I think
we
it
have a
hurts.
2-hour format, and like, do we need the 3 hours back?
I'm not gonna lie. It flowed. If it seems like they were rushing everything, but it was just weird having that last hour to myself.
It felt weird, like legitimately from
It was
because over here on the East Coast, 10 to 11, it's just like so weird, right? So it's like, oh, I guess I'll probably watch some football, I guess, because
Yeah,
there's
Yeah.
nothing else, So
it
it's
was
so weird.
definitely, weird to, have that third hour to yourself and trying to figure out what the heck you're going to
Such a
be
sad
doing
time.
for that last hour. And I do agree with the notion that it was rushed, but I'm kind of this Raw was probably one of the worst Raws that we have seen in quite some time in terms
Yes.
of like what
Easily.
happened.
Yes.
But I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt because this is honestly one of the first times that they had to book a 2-hour Raw for. This is the first 2-hour Raw in 12 years.
Yep.
They need to get back into the swing of things in order to figure everything out because they left some major things off that show that should have happened. And
there was no Judgment Day really on that show.
No,
case in
there was a lot
point-
of people left off the show.
case
That's
in
what I'm
point
saying.
with stuff.
Rio wasn't on the show. Gunther.
Well, no, I'm just talking about the women's match that we had featured. It was like what, an 8 or 10 women
Women's
tag
tag, yeah.
match? Like
That really bothered me. I'm like, we were so far gone from this. but we
that's
just threw
back
a bunch of women on
back in
TV.
like the Diva era.
Yeah, but we just
Lee, the
we
announcement.
had. He felt like he had to, so he threw them all on TV.
Yeah.
We'll pass that. We'll pass that, bro.
Lee, the announcement will be made at the end of the stream, so
Yeah, Lee,
you
you
know.
gotta be patient.
gotta be patient, man.
To be honest, though, like I can't even believe I'm gonna say this, but I was actually missing the 3-hour Raws.
They pace well. The 3 hours do really pace well, especially the way they've been booking them this whole year. Their
Because
roster is too
they
stacked.
figured it out.
Yes.
They figured
There's
out
too many storylines. That's the thing, Phil. There's too many storylines right now that you can't leave off screen. You're
Yeah.
like, what are you gonna do when this whole Wyatt 6 stuff kicks off with Karrion and Cross and stuff? Who are you gonna leave off then?
like
Like-
they figured out how to pace a 3-hour show, and that's why it works so well. Now they really just have to figure out how they're going to be pacing the 2-hour format for the last few months, because let's face it, guys, this is really only going to be happening until the final Raw in December.
Yep.
Once January 2025 comes around, I was going to say 26. Once January 2025 comes around, we're on Netflix, and we're going to have that 3-hour block on Netflix again.
Yeah.
Now, Raw's not going to be 3 hours every single week.
Raw, hot take. Raw's gonna be the best weekly wrestling show, like hands down. when it gets to Netflix.
Raw has been the flagship show for
Yeah.
WWE in its inception.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, of course they're going to be the A show, and of course they're going to be known as the top show on WWE programming. But that's also trying to take into account that once that first Raw on Netflix happens, all hands are going to be on deck.
Yeah, 100%.
Everybody's going to be there.
That first show is gonna be special, man.
Generational
That
Raw
first show is
loading.
gonna be
Generational Raw
special.
loading, bro.
I wouldn't expect a new stage, by the way. I don't expect that. The logo, from what I've been seeing, the one that they've been displaying on Netflix, that looks clean. That's
no, that's not.
I can't, and I'm not gonna lie. If there's one thing I'm actually waiting for is the new match graphics, because if we've seen NXT and
I
if we've
love
seen
NXT's match.
SmackDown, the match graphics actually do look pretty damn good. So that is one thing that I will say that the WWE production team has definitely improved on.
Now that's a fan-made logo that you're talking about, but I am very interested to see how
The one on Netflix?
Yeah.
There's one on Netflix right now. Like, it's on Netflix. Like, if you go on Netflix,
if it's what?
yeah, it's on Netflix.
Hold on. I'm about to see.
Go on Netflix and just type in WWE Raw on the search bar. It'll pop up.
Oh no, it's there. It's there.
Huh?
And just set a reminder, because you could do that.
You can't do that. Look at Punk, front and center. CM Punk, front and center. Stop playing with my man, bro. Front and center, bro. Chad, do y'all want to see it? Y'all can see it. Hold on. Y'all want to see
I thought it was fan made until actually.
Look. Ooh! Well, I clicked it. Hold on. Wait.
What's the logo?
It's the current logo right now.
Oh, well, it's right now. It's
Oh,
current
it's
logo.
current logo now.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they do
But
have
look-
Monday Night Raw up on there.
Look at Punk, front and center, and Liv and Dom. Okay.
So, I can't wait, man. Look, I just think the 2-hour shows are kind of the best thing coming out of this show was. So I did. By the way, I did like the World Heavyweight Title match between Sammy. By the way, I will say that is one thing I will say. Like that one count for Sammy, that is the one time I will say it's like done right, because it's like, okay, that was done. That was done right there. I truly do believe.
I loved it. Yeah, I was wondering what y'all was thinking of that.
One.
It was good,
That
but
was fine.
in all honesty, I will say my favorite part of the night was the good old fashioned Donnie Rick match.
That was good, bro.
Sheamus and Pete Dunne, man, they went out there. They gave them good 15, 20 minutes. They were out there just battering the hell out of each other. Ooh, this is my biggest complaint about the show. It felt like we got 3 hours worth of commercials in a 2-hour block.
That's
I absolutely, I feel like think about it like this.
True, though?
The first match, Jey Uso and Xavier Woods didn't even go long. I felt like I watched 10% of that match and 90% commercials.
No, but what if that's true though? What if in some weird contractual agreement crap that we don't know about? What if that's literally what happened?
I
There
hope
was
not.
mad
God, no.
commercials.
God no.
What if they can't get around it though? You know, like what if, because that
This
was
might
a
be the
lot of
worst.
commercials.
I'm not gonna lie. This might be the worst 2 months that we might have to sit through.
Here's
At least watching Raw.
what WWE has done with the 3-hour format that I don't think a lot of people are kind of taking into account. And I'm even kind of including all of us, because we really didn't notice what a 3-hour Raw kind of contains. We really tentatively only get 2 hours of product in a 3-hour Raw. That 1 hour is really used for commercials. So when you say that, like, we really got a third hour of commercials in a 2-hour product, you're not totally wrong.
Yeah,
We really-
That is true.
We really got like maybe an hour's worth of content on that 2-hour Raw, with that 1 full hour being in picture-in-picture or just being full-fledged commercial break, because that's what that third hour was really tacked on for when that third hour became a thing, because you want more money.
Now we're getting an hour of product and an
And that's
hour of commercials, which absolutely
Oh.
fucking sucks.
Yeah, I mean, we really get to technically watch a 2-hour Raw every single week. when it was 3 hours, it was just the third hour that really kind of just spaced everything out.
Yeah, I really do miss 30-hour Raw. That's crazy. Russ's spot. I'm pretty sure there was a moment in this BTBC's lifespan where I came on stream and I was not happy with the 3 hours of Raw. And it was very hard to get through, and I used to fall asleep all the time. Now
Yeah.
I miss it. I miss it.
That's the one thing that people are trying to figure out now. We like when the 3 hours first started, we hated it. We're like, get this shit out of here.
Yeah.
Why are we doing 3 hours of Raw? 3 hours of TV should not be a thing.
Yeah, once it was getting longer than movies, like, what are we doing? That's how I was thinking.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden, once WWE figured out how to pace the actual show and it actually started to get good, we love it. You know, it's absolutely fantastic. And now that it's back to 2 hours, we're like, get the shit out of here. We want 2 hours back.
Like, I almost felt cheated. Like, I felt robbed. Like, I felt like they didn't give me enough. You know?
I knew that it was such a fast-paced show. The minute that I saw CM Punk come out, and then Seth Rollins, and then Jey Uso almost back to back, I'm like, oh, this feels different. This just doesn't feel. This doesn't feel normal.
I almost felt like they weren't setting anything up with Jey Uso and Rollins. It was just to get him out there.
Yeah.
So they don't waste time.
I
Exactly.
think, though, that we are actually going to be seeing something between Seth and Jay. I do.
You think so?
We might be seeing something between.
Well, I will say this: I could also very well see. I could see.
Rollins needs a turn. I think Rollins needs a turn.
No, I'm saying, weren't they just on good terms?
I mean, well, actually, probably, yeah. But I'm personally speaking,
I think it's all going to change when they all help Roman. The ones that go over
true.
and help Roman, everything's gonna. When they go back to their brands and their separate ways, everything's gonna change. Everything's gonna change.
100%.
I think Rollins needs a turn.
And KO already started. I mean, I hope we get there, but KO, oh man, he snapped.
Oh yeah,
He lost it.
KO.
he lost it, bro.
Yeah,
I kind of want to get to that. Is there anything else you want to talk about on Raw?
I don't really remember much of anything from Raw.
I mean, it was the. I think we hit everything. There was no Judgment Day. I mean,
I think we hit everything.
there wasn't much to really hit on Raw.
Tomorrow's Raw is taped also. So
I'm still loving what they're doing with Woods.
That is gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun, actually. That's gonna be fun. Tatiana's real invested because she loved the New Day. So
don't expect to turn till the anniversary.
10 year. Yep.
Okay. So
no, everything's kind of hit. Yeah.
And then over on NXT, we got Stephanie McCare.
We have to talk about this one.
Stephanie McCare made her debut.
But yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, I'd be so down for Stephanie McCare and Julia up against Roxanne and Cora Jade to main event Halloween Havoc. I don't know about you guys, but I'd be completely fine with that. I think it deserves it, and I think it calls for the main event of that show because Trick Williams. It looked like who's he gonna feud with? It looks like Wesley.
Yeah.
I think that's gonna be good too, though.
I'm not sure if that's a main event level type of feud, like to put it on the main event of Halloween Havoc. Although we still have several weeks till we still have about 2.5 weeks till Halloween Havoc.
It's not a 2-night thing. It's not a 2-week thing. Halloween Havoc.
That's a straight.
No, it's just
PLE.
a pay-per-view. It's a PLE.
Oh, okay.
It's a PLE this year. It's on a Saturday or a Sunday. I think it's a Sunday.
I think it's on a Sunday.
It's a Sunday, and then it's just a one-night PLE. They have the spinning wheel. Not debuting, but coming back this upcoming Tuesday.
Shotzi will probably be the host.
Shotzi, again, probably be the host. We also had the return of Nikita Lyons this week.
We did
as well. So
And-
I mean, let's see how long it takes her to get hurt again.
Boo!
I guess like that's one thing.
God.
And then obviously the Javon Evans and Randy Orton match, which was really good. Obviously Javon and Randy couldn't connect, but that's okay. Things happen. But hey, it put Javon on a pedestal, and he performed well.
Mhm.
And that's what you want to see from a 20-year-old. You're going to see him make mistakes, but if you see him out there putting on a really good match with somebody who's a legend like Randy Orton, somebody who's been in the game for a long time, he knows what to do, then you know you got yourself a guy who can become a future star for you. And I think
That
that's what Javon
RKO
can be.
was going to be. It was nearly impossible to make happen.
Time.
So I mean,
It's crazy time.
I mean, when I saw that match graphic was actually happening, whenever when the match, was made official, I was like, they are going to try to do the spot where he would do this twisting splash that Javon Evans does into an RKO. I know it. I know they're going to try to do that. And they did that, and it missed, but I'm glad. And obviously, Randy is an ultimate professional. He obviously knew everything was kind of in limbo when that happened. But
Randy from 10 years ago would have probably snapped.
yeah, he picked up Javon Evans, RKO'd him again instead of just going for the cover after a miss.
Yeah.
Just to really, say, hey, let's just fix this. I'll hit you with another RKO, 1, 2, 3, and we'll call it.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's not like it really wasn't anything too bad. It was just a spot that missed. It was going to be nearly impossible to make happen anyway.
Yeah. So that's kind of NXT. Good show. Very good show.
Wait.
We got my guy to talk about.
Oba.
Oh yes. Oh man, what a.
Oh shit! I forgot that happened.
Oba.
On the North American title, people.
What a great reign. Man, I'm don't be sad that it's done. Be happy that it happened.
Happy that it happened.
Not that Tony D is the wrong guy, but like that was just random.
I loved it.
I don't know, man. Like I loved it. Especially he didn't he pinned him, but it was a roll up. Like it still has Oba looking pretty damn strong.
That's what saves him.
Yes.
It wasn't like a full-fledged pin.
You're right.
Although I would have probably done it differently. I would have probably done like a triple threat so he doesn't get pinned or something like that. That's probably how I would have done it.
I think Angelo has been.
He's been great, man.
Severely underrated in NXT.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And he has been. I've wanted him to have a title for a very long time.
He's been a part of 2.0. He was a part of like the initial class of 2.0 as well.
He was
that
one
kind
of
of kickstarted everything.
First guys that I was drawn to in 2.0 era.
True.
His character's just so different from everybody else.
The only thing that I'm worried about is when he gets up to the main roster, because I don't think that whole Mafia Bond thing is going to translate on the roster.
I don't think so.
Hey, who knows? He may be NXT merchant, and that's okay.
For all we know, unless he changes his character when he gets up to the main roster.
Right.
But I think Tony D'Angelo is a fantastic talent, and him winning that title, they were doing the whole Rocky 3 shtick.
Yeah, that's when I kind of knew. I'm like, oh no, Rocky didn't lose.
Yeah, but he also lost to a guy who can compare to Oba in stature, size, and power. Like he didn't lose to a, I don't know. I hate to say it, but a Wesley. I mean,
he was the most believable guy to do it at that time.
He is.
I would have, I would have probably put Javon, but whatever.
Oh, that would have been like
even the stature thing that would have looked crazy too, though.
But like slaying the giant, that story is very popular.
That's a very good story. But this was the guy. He's been in there. He's paid his dues. He's been in NXT for quite a while now. It was just the right time, man. I have no issue with it. The fact that it had a surprise factor to it made it that much better, and that it was a roll up. It keeps Oba looking fairly strong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just another reason you got to watch NXT every week. You never know what's going to happen.
Exactly. Like there's that surprise factor with NXT, which makes it so good. It's so good. You don't know what's going to happen from week to week. NXT just does that surprise factor so well. You don't know what's going to happen. It feels like when watching the Attitude Era, there was a surprise factor. You didn't know what the hell was going to happen every week. That's what NXT feels like to me.
And
That's
people,
what NXT.
Tony D, he's done a lot in NXT so far already.
Yeah.
He was Heritage Cup winner. He won to
Oh
that team,
yeah.
and now he's a North American champion.
No, I mean, like y'all said, I think Tony D. I think that he was. It made sense. I mean, I'm not necessarily mad that he won. Everybody, I don't want y'all to think that. I'm just a Oba merchant, man. You know, I just never want to see my guy lose. But
I feel you, man.
He's on. I hope this means he's on to bigger things in the company. So we'll just wait and see. You know.
I just think there could have been a way to make it mean more. That's the way
I get that.
If it actually been on like an actual NXT PLE, then I probably would have been.
Because isn't it crazy that we almost moved on and like me and Rod had no idea what we were missing?
Yeah, kind of crazy.
That
I totally forgot about that. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
That's real.
I'd almost forgot about that. But now that we're kind of done talking about that, now we can actually move on. Let's move on to Friday Night SmackDown. The first bit of news I actually do want to talk about is next week. We're finally going to see the debut of the Motor City Machine Guns next week. Against the Garzas. What do y'all think, man? What do y'all think?
That's awesome. I fucking love it. I love it.
Yeah. What else is there to say? I mean,
is this who's gonna dethrone the bloodline? I don't know.
Yes.
Potentially, yes. I think this is
the most believable team.
Is it though?
In terms of accolades.
No, I would love. I'm saying I would love it, but yeah, Hunter, man. He likes to give him some adversity first.
Yeah.
Maybe. I'm not gonna fully go all in there yet.
Bro, I'm going.
And again, if not them, I don't know who.
I'm all in.
Oh, the Usos. No, actually, no, they're not losing those.
They're the only ones. Like,
actually,
you gotta think. The GOD came in and they were just
afraid. That Mania, so I don't even know if it's gonna be for titles or whatever. That to me.
Yeah, I don't think Motor City Machine Guns are winning those titles, bro.
Bro, I don't care what y'all say. It's happening.
I think they're saving it for the Usos.
Zachary Wentz beat Wesley. Motor City Machine Guns can beat the Bloodline.
and here's I actually love their opponents.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be fun. They're gonna work real good together. They're gonna work real well.
Yeah. I guess we'll see what happens. I guess we'll see.
But I'm just happy. I'm happy my guys are getting this big spotlight. I'm happy that we know what WWE can throw at people. We know they're big, So I'm happy they're finally getting what I hope they think that they deserve. And they're one of the greatest tag teams in my opinion ever. So it's nice that it's fine. They can finally.
I hope they get to keep their name.
Me too.
I think they are because in the vignette it did say MCMG.
Okay.
The vignette. Have you seen the vignette that played this past week? It did say MCMG.
I'm sure that name wasn't hard to get from TNA either. So.
Oh yeah,
no.
And I mean
they're gonna have their name.
So smart.
I just hope they keep their actual names like Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin. We already know they're gonna be called the Motor City Machine Guns.
And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Alex Shelley's character work when he's on WWE television is gonna surprise everybody. I think he has. Oh, you guys are gonna see it.
And then I hope they give him like a star entrance too.
I love that they're in WWE too because now with the whole, they're partners with TNA, so this does not take away from TNA whatsoever.
No, they could probably, who knows, go back. You never know.
No, my thing, right? Do you guys ever think WWE would do a belt collector type thing since they do have the help of TNA now? Regardless of who it may be, do you think they would ever do anything?
Maybe
like
one day, maybe not right now. Okay. Maybe one day.
I think it's when they're gonna start like blending into the main roster.
Yeah.
When they start sending main roster talent.
Eventually, I do see that happening. The blend with the main roster, I think, is gonna happen.
I think it's gonna happen. Guinea pig, to be honest.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be sooner rather than later. I think that'll happen for sure.
I feel like WWE would be having a huge waste of potential to not do some TNA talent with the main roster.
Yo,
Because
Also, WWE, please
that's
announce
what
that Worlds
everybody really
Collide.
wants to see.
100%. Worlds collide with
Yeah.
That's
TNA.
what everybody really wants to see. No hate to NXT whatsoever, and I love that NXT is getting to mix it up with TNA. But the main roster in TNA Town is where I think things will really shine.
And we're gonna get back to SmackDown right now, but did y'all see they pretty much killed the idea of Josh Alexander reuniting with Ethan Page on TNA this week?
Did they?
Yeah, he has his own faction now.
For the most
Oh.
part, yeah, he has a faction.
Never mind.
They're called
Yeah.
the Northern Armory or whatever.
Yeah.
What's up with the North?
What
The
the
North. Like,
Oh, and then one more thing from TNA. Y'all think Hendry's winning this time, or y'all think Ziggler's gonna turn heel with JBL?
I think that's happening.
I think that's happening. I don't think Hendry's winning.
I am so confused about that whole situation.
That's
I think
still
TNA is trying to make Joe go through adversity, but again, I don't think he needs.
Sometimes you just
Yeah,
sometimes you don't gotta play the
You
long game.
gotta you gotta strike
exactly
when the iron is hot.
exactly.
And they're not striking.
Why is JBL in TNA?
He's everywhere. He's been everywhere.
He's everywhere. But that's the thing is he's allowed to work in all these places because WWE is just they're allowing him to work
I thought
in all
he
these
was
places.
their Legends contract.
He is, and
No,
he is, and he can go to all these places and
So he can
still,
just go. He's just not.
he can't like compete for them, but he can't compete. Obviously, he's not.
Bro,
gonna
you gotta
compete.
think. You gotta think too. You gotta think about the times where we've seen him in other companies. What he's been doing. This man is literally racking up a check by just walking down the entrance
and clotheslining people.
Yeah, and that's it. I'm like, let's do it. Why
When
not?
JBL for the first time on TNA programming, I literally had to smack myself in the face, and I did, and it hurt, and it was hard. But I was like, what the fuck am I even seeing? Why is he here? I thought he was over there. What's happening? I felt like I was, watching like actual wrestling promotions, like, doing
It's interesting, man.
for like the first time ever. I was like, what the hell happened?
What's crazy is that's the biggest name that WWE's let walk for TNA. So far.
JBL of all people.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
I mean, that's not a bad name, That's not, especially if it does end how what you just said with Nick turning heel, and it's a good heel turn. I love it.
When is the pay-per-view? Is it Bound for Glory?
26th, yeah.
Yeah,
It's the night before
it's the biggest
Halloween Havoc.
pay-per-view.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna. You know what? Yeah, we're gonna have to watch that one for sure.
Yes,
we're gonna have BTBC watch along potentially.
Potentially, I'm down.
Well, you talking about Bound for Glory, correct?
Yes.
Ooh, you know what? Y'all are gonna have to. I'm not gonna be home.
You won't be home.
I won't be home. The
Not
26th.
this Saturday, but next Saturday.
But I'll be watching off my phone. But y'all can of course do a watch along.
All right, perfect. Me and Tommy and Phil, if you would like to join us, you could join us as well.
Hey.
26. So, moving back to SmackDown. Oh, actually, you have something else to say, Phil?
No, I was just gonna say I'm trying my best to keep up with TNA as much as I possibly can.
It's hard, man. It's tough. It's tough to keep up.
There's just so much wrestling over the course of
that. And like I'm trying to start watching New Japan and Noah, and it's like, dude, I don't have time to watch all this stuff.
Oh, you can forget that when it comes down to New Japan stuff. I respectfully, to New Japan and everything like that and their fan base, I can't be waking up at 2-3 a.m. in the morning whenever their shows are on just to watch their stuff.
That's why I would just like watch it whenever I can, like on my own time,
Right. Yeah.
I do like I by the way, I love Gabe Kidd. I think he's great. So like I love watching like him work and do his matches and stuff like that. So that's probably one of the main reasons I still even watch New Japan is due to him.
Well, I will say this about New Japan, and then we can move on. I will say I just found out tomorrow, or actually, tomorrow around lunchtime. Well, really before that, honestly, we should have Zack Sabre Jr. as champion. We should.
What time does the pay-per-view start or the event or whatever?
I just looked, and it's 4 a.m. Eastern, I believe.
I will be up.
Like Cali.
I will be up.
Okay.
I will be up. Okay, so I am.
But that's when
going
it
to-
starts. So the main event's not
Yeah.
gonna be until like 6, 7. You know.
What's the event called?
I just went to the Twitter page. What was it called? It's not Dominion. What is this? Oh,
Like
it's
New
literally
Red.
King of. It's literally King of Pro Wrestling. 2024, King of Pro Wrestling.
Is
I'll
it
just
Tokyo Dome?
say this. Whenever my friends
Is
tell me
it? I hope
to
not.
check out a match in terms of like, my New Japan friends say, hey, Phil, you gotta check out this match from whatever show is this. I
No,
watch
it's at some
and that's it.
venue. I don't know what the Ryogoku Koku Gik. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce
That's
that.
actually not. I know. Yeah. That's not a bad place to be. A lot of moments happen there, but
There's some
it's
pretty
obviously
decent
not
matches.
Tokyo though. But
Pretty decent matches on here, honestly. I'm looking at a couple of them. Takahashi versus Mystico, Takagi versus I don't know how to say that name.
let me see.
Pro wrestling.
Jeff Cobb versus Suji and Ren Narita. That should be very good.
Suji.
The House of Torture versus Hiroshi Tanahashi, Shota Umino, and El Fantasmo. That should be pretty good.
Isn't the House of Torture really hated?
Yeah, I don't know why
Like,
you
yeah.
said that. Yeah, I'm not a fan
last
of
thing
them.
on TNA.
Oh,
before we get
that's
to
right.
Kevin Owens.
Evil's a part of it. Yep. Evil. Yeah.
Yes, he's still a part of it. And then obviously the main event, Naito versus ESJ. So you know what? I will be watching the card. I will be up at 4 a.m.
The only time I'll be honest, guys, the only time like I'm really up at 4 a.m. for New Japan is honestly during the G1 and Best of Super Juniors. Because that's when they're at their best in my opinion. So
Forgive me. Who won the G1? Zach?
Zach.
yes,
So this is Zach's shot.
this is his main event.
Yes.
Mhm.
This is supposed to be at Wrestle Kingdom, but
This was supposed to be
pushed
at
it
King-
back.
But
they
that's what I'm saying. I feel like they pushed it. There's a reason they pushed it up.
Yeah,
They
they
know
probably want him
TNA
as
is getting numbers. They know
Yeah.
he is.
They pushed
And
it.
unlike TNA, they're gonna strike when the iron's hot.
yeah.
They pushed it forward to here to get him the title because he's so loved right now.
And they probably want him to have it at Wrestle Kingdom instead of him getting it at Wrestle Kingdom.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Fair point. Okay. I'm
Last thing
trying.
on TNA before we get to the Kevin Owens thing. There's literally only a way, or a couple ways that I will accept that main event going at Bound for Glory is if one, Hendry wins, or two, Ziggler wins and he turns heel. If Ziggler beats Hendry clean, I'm done, bro.
Bro, no, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna have to take a break.
Wait, are they doing the for Bound for Glory? Are they doing the what's that thing they used to do, that point system?
Bound for Glory series.
Yes. Are they doing that on TNA?
I haven't heard anything about it.
I don't.
Is
think
that done? Like they
Or-
don't.
I
I don't.
do
They
that
haven't done it
anymore?
for a little while.
Oh,
They
wow.
definitely haven't done it
Wow.
since I've been back into wrestling. They definitely haven't done
Wow,
it.
that's
Yeah.
that's actually something I used to really enjoy.
The only thing they're bringing back this year is the Pick Your Poison. They're bringing that.
Do they do the feast or what's that thing called?
Feast or Fire.
You're fired.
Yeah, feast or fire. Do they do that anymore?
They did it the last time they did it. They
Yeah, last year.
yeah, and they got my boy. That's how they got the New Japan. I forgot
Oh,
his name.
okay.
Yeah, that's how they got him out of here. They fired him that way.
I think
That's right. Yeah, that was Hendry's boy, right?
Yeah, that was Hendry's boy. Yeah.
Wow.
the last Bound for Glory series that I'm seeing was back in 2016.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's actually something I used to enjoy. That I used to love Bound for Glory season. Is that their biggest pay per view? Or is it still Slammiversary?
Oh, it's definitely the big. I think so. I think it's one of those ones where I would compare it to SummerSlam, like their second biggest. Because I think Slammiversary. I mean, that's their anniversary show. You know, that's like
Yeah.
you know,
But Bound for Glory is their biggest show.
yeah, because they're doing the Hall of Fame as well. I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shoot. All right. Well,
Yeah.
before we do get into the Kevin Owens stuff, we gotta talk about the acknowledgement of Big Jam.
Oh yeah.
Big Jam.
That made me
Man.
so happy.
No
bro.
yeet.
That made me so happy, bro.
It's looking like they're pointing towards obviously trying to get help from Jey Uso, but Roman Reigns obviously no yeet.
He said
Still
no.
doesn't see eye to eye with Jey Uso. How soon? We know that's gonna happen before Survivor Series, right? Which is in about 5 weeks, give or take. But how soon do we see this happen? Do we see this actually happening before Crown Jewel? Do we see it happening a little bit after Crown Jewel? Like, what are we thinking? And what do we think is it going to be a 4v4? Because okay, now I'm just going to put it out there. The Rock stuff. The Rock, I don't think is going to be at Survivor Series.
Yeah, I honestly don't think he'll be on TV till 2020.
He
Either
said-
Saturday
he said-
Night's main event or 2025.
He said on
Right.
Instagram 2025. I'm going to take his word for it. I'm going to take his word.
Dave Meltzer, you're an idiot.
When Dave Meltzer actually said that that he was gonna be that he was not gonna be part of WrestleMania, I didn't fully believe him because I took it with like a grain of salt. It's Dave Meltzer, but at the same time, it had me thinking that maybe because Fast X Part 2 starts filming really soon, so I thought possibly maybe that could have hindered his scheduling in terms of that.
But at the same time, though, I would be mad at The Rock if that was the case. Because, like, bro, the whole world knew this movie was coming. You need to get your shit together. I'm not gonna lie. Come on,
People
bro.
were saying that movie was supposed to be the reason why he would not show up. People are also saying that because of the live action Moana, he's not going to be showing up. Dude, do the match.
Please.
For God's sake.
Yeah.
Please.
Because you're not getting any younger. You tore your abdomen in your first singles match years ago against John Cena. Okay, so and that was 12 years ago.
I'm gonna say he was 12 years younger then. You gotta remember he was
You were
younger
12 years younger at that point, and you tore your abdomen. So you did the tag team match at this past WrestleMania, and you looked great. Sure, it was a 45-minute tag team match, and you did everything you could to stretch it out. But he looked fantastic.
He looked great. Yeah.
Rock, we might need you to pop a people's perk and get in there, man. Do what you gotta do.
People's crazy. I'm not gonna lie though. If they do the match this year, if they do the match this year, I'm gonna say now, The Rock is wrestling at next year's WrestleMania.
Oh,
I'll say that.
Wait, say that again. You said 42? Like you mean 42 or you mean 41?
No, he's gonna be at 42. Like he will be at 42. He will potentially be a competitor. When he said the long game, I'm thinking this Roman thing is not gonna be a 1 year, one-off thing. This is gonna be a 2-year thing.
So
if they do the match, obviously this year.
I understand why you would want to have a full year build like you did with John. But how much further can you stretch this out? You can't.
Well, I think he
Long
would win.
game.
I think he would win this year, The Rock at Mania this year. That's why I'm saying that's why I'm saying that it's going to be a 2-year thing, that he'll beat Roman this year.
So you're doing 2 matches with them. One and one at 42.
Yeah, because they have to stretch this bloodline stuff a little bit longer, especially with the new bloodline.
Why?
I'm kind of with Phil on this one, though.
Like the thing is so you can't give Roman his bloodline back just that quickly. It can't just be like a kind of a here thing. You beat me, and
no.
Think about The Rock.
Also,
The Rock
if y'all want Roman,
think about it like this.
want Roman out of this title picture for as long as y'all want,
That's
y'all better have The Rock.
And the other thing is, Rock has to use he has to bring this TKO board thing to center stage.
Mhm.
And the only way to do that is by beating Roman. If he beats Roman, not only does he have control of the family in its entirety, he also has the control of the WWE because he's the head of the TKO. He would truly be a final boss if he is to beat. This is a guy who carries a championship that is made solely for him. If you don't think he would win this year and like enforce his power, hey, it's a compelling story to tell.
And I'm not gonna lie, if Roman beats The Rock this year, there's nothing stopping them from having Roman beat Cody in their third match.
Yeah.
You're not pulling a fast one on Dwayne. Dwayne is gonna get his. We all know that. Like Dwayne is basically gonna be that next Hulk Hogan. It's like that's not gonna work for me, brother. I'm gonna get.
exactly.
I'm gonna
That's
get.
when the news came out that he wasn't gonna be at Mania. I also heard people like, it's strange the timing this came out because what if like he had the match booked at Mania or whatever, and he just didn't like the way it was gonna finish, so he was like, I'm not doing this shit.
I didn't buy Dave Meltzer for a single second when he said that because you mean to tell me that after 2 years of
What's up, Beyonce?
re-scripting main event matches from WrestleMania for the last 2 years, I would say, because 39 it was supposed to happen and it didn't. 40 it was supposed to happen and obviously it didn't. So 2 years. You mean to tell me 2 years will have to be rebooked out just so that you're not going to be showing up at 41 in Vegas? Get out of here. You're going to show up.
Yeah.
Honestly, this is more for Meltzer than anything. Obviously, Meltzer is in a different stratosphere compared to like our media we give out, you know. Obviously, he's getting different sources, so this might not mean anything, Meltzer, coming from like someone like me, but you got to check your sources, bro. You're looking bad out here, man.
Fact.
That's embarrassing, bro. That's like the third one this year, and this is probably the biggest scoop that you fucking missed.
This is the biggest scoop.
You're getting the worst the worst information from. You gotta check your sources, man. What the hell?
It's gonna be a monopoly with Fightful. They about to get them out of here, bro.
Yeah.
Really.
Meltzer is more wrong than he is right most of the time, but this year has probably been one of the worst.
I think he's just taking the bait.
Yeah.
And not double checking.
And you know, I keep hearing that people are like, oh yeah, well, you know, Rock is just trying to throw people off their trail for the dirt sheets and like that, so that you know things don't.
Which I get.
100%. But WWE's actually been very good in terms of their track record of not letting things leak out, because we've had a lot of amazing moments that have happened this year. And I've been really good surprises.
Remember last year where we never really got like actual information on Punk was coming? It was just like, who knew?
That was a lot of just people just speculating. There was no sources. Mm-hmm. Nobody that even confirmed that he was even coming back. Nobody had.
In fact, Meltzer was the fucking first person to say, "Oh, it's not happening. It's been confirmed." Like the week before, the weekend of.
Nobody
Meltzer, bro.
Nobody truly knew.
Because when I was hoping for it, I was literally hoping on a false limb. Like I was really just I was just hoping. Like I had nothing.
My thing was when I remember watching Survivor Series, I'm thinking, I mean, maybe he comes back, but maybe he doesn't. I mean, there's no true indication, and that's always the best part. Like when you want to get surprised, that's always the best thing. Is like not really knowing what's gonna happen. Like, is he gonna show up? Is he not?
Like, I'll be honest. I didn't expect it to happen. I didn't. Like people were so.
I was being pure delusional, bro.
Like people were so set.
People
were so set on it happening that I'm like, guys.
I'm loving how Triple H
setting yourself up, but you guys weren't.
The one thing that I'm loving how Triple H is doing the WrestleMania main events, where he's not telling the opponents who's winning until they walk into the building that same day. Mm-hmm. I think that is an absolutely phenomenal thing. I think it keeps everything like at a huge surprise level. You know,
it also keeps the build, like the two athletes that have to build to it, and it keeps it pure.
Because you could say this year, oh, Cody's going to win, but there is also a pretty big possibility that Roman Reigns could end up walking out winning.
Cody was the betting odds favorite at Mania 39.
Yeah, and he lost. And it's like, oh, are they going to do it again for the second straight year in a row? We don't know. There wasn't a guarantee because at the end of the day, this is Roman Reigns. This is their golden boy.
40 was not a guarantee.
Was it? Remember, perfect example of how like genius or like how smart Triple H was about going about that the Mania 40 main event.
Yep.
They leaked because I think they purposely leaked information right before the show started.
Yes.
Jacob Fatu signs with the WWE. We're like, oh my god, Roman's fucking might retain tonight.
Yeah. They purposefully do these things because they want to catch you off guard. They
Mhm.
want you to believe something when in reality that might not be the ultimate case. And it's like we were all thinking that like, oh, Cena's coming back and we're gonna get this Avengers Endgame level stuff.
We thought it was gonna be Stone Cold.
We thought it was gonna be Stone Cold. It wasn't Stone Cold, and it was The Undertaker, which made it an even greater moment.
And it turned out it was actually supposed to be Stone Cold, but because something
Yes,
happened, then things kind of just went out. And
exactly.
But
Yeah, but Undertaker's name was not even thrown in that
No,
idea,
Yeah.
which made it great. It's crazy.
and it's great. Like it's great that WWE is able to keep such a surprise factor. And also knowing how big of a company they are, things can just leak out, man. The fact that they're
I've always
able-
used this as an example. Can you imagine if no news leaked out about Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 38
dude,
about his
that
departure? Can you
moment.
imagine how crazy that would have been? I mean,
Yeah.
That
of course
moment.
it was a crazy moment, but can you imagine like
I think what made it so. The thing was the biggest surprise wasn't Cody
No.
Rhodes coming back. I think what everybody was thinking was, oh, we're gonna
Oh, it
get
was- yeah.
WWE Cody Rhodes. When
Yeah.
people truly saw that they got the American Nightmare, I think that's where the surprise factor really hit for people.
I'll be honest with you. When I saw the American Nightmare, you knew the CGI,
Yeah,
things that they always they did back then. When I saw the CGI of the American Nightmare logo
yeah,
in the air like that, and I was like, they actually fucking got
yeah.
that trademark. And the thing
Yeah.
is, that had to have, there probably were so many lawyers
Yeah.
that had to do.
You don't think?
But
Cody-
doesn't he
you don't
own it?
think Cody owns
Doesn't
it?
he owns it? I'm pretty sure. He owns that character.
has
He
to.
owns the name. I'm pretty sure he owns all of that.
Well, yes, that is very true.
And he's very
But
good friends with Downstate as well.
But the Kingdom music, that was
Oh,
really
okay.
what-
That one was probably the toughest one.
that was really the toughest one because he literally said it in there that I'm not coming back to WWE unless I have the song.
Yeah. But what I also think helps is I think he's also very good friends with that band. So
Yes.
I think that might have helped in like the leisure.
I think-
yeah.
They basically did. And this is just me speculating. This is not me knowing anything, even though I am, probably one of the biggest Cody Rhodes fans that all three of you know. To me, I think they probably did the CM Punk and Living Color route, where they actually paid the band
Mhm.
to get that music for
Yeah.
Cody and not the record label, so that he can have it.
Exactly.
Because there were so many. Because I'll be honest, Cody Rhodes had to come back to the WWE as the American Nightmare. He could not just show up as, Joe Schmo,
No.
Cody Rhodes that we saw years ago. He needed to come back.
Super quick random side note.
Go ahead,
Super
Tom.
random, like extremely random. But I love the fact that with these wrestling themes I've been hearing. Fuck Donnie, by the way. But
Wow.
the thing that I've been hearing, I love that they're paying the bands directly. I feel like that's the best.
You saw how what Punk said on that podcast, how he made sure to get a remastered version of Cult of Personality so the band would get the cut.
I think that's genius. I think that's how
Great.
business should be done. Don't
And
pay the corporate.
version of the old one.
It's so crazy. Like since 2020 started, we've had the return of Edge, right? We've had 2 returns of CM Punk. Obviously, his big return to AEW and his return to wrestling, and then his return to WWE.
Cena.
We've had Cena. We've had Cody Rhodes coming over to WWE. There's been
Stone Cold wrestled.
Stone Cold wrestled. I mean, there's a lot of crazy things, man. Like we're halfway through this decade. By the end of this year, we're gonna be halfway through the decade. There's been a lot of great things and chaotic things that have happened over the last 5 years, and I think this decade is forever gonna live on as probably one of the craziest decades anyone could ever remember.
Can I be honest? I'm so happy I got back into wrestling.
When you did, yeah.
Honestly, when this decade started, pretty much, or close to it,
The one thing that I'm also loving about the whole, Triple H era, so to speak, is the way that he's honestly been ending these pay-per-view / PLEs with I'm giving this as a perfect example for Survivor Series last year, right? The CM Punk return happened, and obviously things got really shaken up once that happened, but that return happened after that trademark logo popped up on the bottom left corner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Triple H
That's,
special.
like, that's a Triple H staple.
Yeah.
That so many times during his NXT days that, like, the fact that he brought the trademark logo and then something huge happening to end off the show until you finally have to figure out what's happening on Raw or SmackDown afterwards. I love that he brought that to the main roster because that just adds so much more intrigue to the show.
Yeah.
That was one of those nights, man.
So kind of before we get into the Kevin Owens stuff, before we get into that, let's kind of go quickly and so obviously Roman Reigns, acknowledging Big Jimmy Uso. He's finally back. Got to hear the theme song. Great.
I thought back.
So obviously Jey Uso, I think, is going to be part of the team. Who's the last guy? Because I think, or is this a 5v5? Sammy. Okay.
I guess it's Sammy.
I'm gonna get. I'm gonna.
Really, just gonna be OG Bloodline versus Bloodline 2.0.
Because 4v4, we thinking. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Especially now since we know The Rock is not showing up.
I don't think he was ever gonna be in the match. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever really saw him in a.
I don't think Rock is working War Games.
Yeah, and
Cody Rhodes.
It would be a goal if he did.
It would be amazing.
And Cody Rhodes is completely tangled up now. So, but we'll get into that now. Okay, for the last week, it's been kind of, they've been hinting at this Kevin Owens stuff, and it's been kind of vague. They haven't thrown too much on it. Monday Night Raw, Wade Barrett was starting to talk about it, and Joe Tessitore completely ventured off and went a whole different way. Didn't even really talk about it when Wade Barrett truly did. The rest of the week was kind of very vague about everything. We get to SmackDown. The way they did it was very perfect. We see Lash Legend and the girls from Metaphor. They come out getting ready for the Women's Tag Team Championship match. I don't know where you see Kevin Owens kind of. This was a little bit of a throwback. If you guys don't remember when Kevin Owens was feuding with the McMahon family, where he was talking crap about Vince McMahon and Shane McMahon. Back, I think it was 2019. I want to say.
Yeah.
And they shut off his mic, and then he went, grabbed the announcer mic, started talking over the announcers. They kind of did a little callback to that, which is really cool. But the way they've been handling this whole situation, Cody Rhodes finally has a real storyline. Mm-hmm. And it's not just a mixture of just him and Kevin Owens, because you have this mixture of Randy Orton, who's really good friends with both of them. And, he's trying to stop the beef between the both of the guys. And it ends up coming out that Randy Orton punches Kevin Owens in the mouth. Mm-hmm. And about several, maybe half an hour later, Kevin Owens does attack Randy Orton after Randy Orton had told Cody Rhodes to leave. He's going to handle it. And, well, he didn't really handle it. He got handled, let's say. What do you guys think of this whole story, this whole dynamic? And I really do think we're going to see Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens, Survivor Series. I think that's the way to go. Finally,
I also love the idea that, like, remember a couple weeks ago when Randy said it wasn't going to be a problem unless it becomes a problem. And now it's a problem now. So I can still see Randy turning heel, of course.
Not yet.
But he will.
I think the beginning of the year, or maybe a little. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe Saturday night's main event. I could potentially see it. Or, I don't know. We'll see.
At Mania,
we'll see.
I want it at Mania. That's a Mania match, and I get it. Saturday night's main event is another great spot for it. But I want.
No, I'm saying the heel turn. The heel turn.
The heel turn. The heel turn can happen at main event. Yeah. But I want Mania.
This match has to be Mania. What do you do? What do you do with Cody? If Randy turns heel, right? Randy turns heel, right? At Saturday night's main event.
Sorry, bro.
What do you do?
It's not main event.
What do you do?
I don't see a time frame where you can.
If Randy turns heel, right? At Saturday night's main event, what do you do with Cody Rhodes? Obviously, they're still going to be involved in a feud, him and Randy. What do you do with Cody Rhodes up until Mania season? Because you still have the Rumble, you still have Elimination Chamber.
That's a great question.
Because there's 4 months there before you get to Randy.
Because here's what I would do at the Rumble. That's where I'd capitalize and do Rock and Cody.
Yeah, I was gonna say, get that out the way. Go ahead and get that out the way. Have
No,
it
Roman
to where
costume.
The Rock is coming back. Like, you can't forget that I did call you out. Like, that still has to happen. You
So
know what I'm saying?
Roman cost The Rock that match, and then Rock cost Roman.
That's
the Rumble?
what we.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I like that.
Yeah.
You know,
Man,
we're all racist
it's
with
crazy to think Survivor Series is shaping up to be stacked, like very stacked.
And I
I mean-
thought 2023, I was like, bro, that's the best.
You got
Survivor Series
the
ever.
Bloodline War Games, right? Cody, Kevin Owens for the WWE title.
Mhm.
For the World Heavyweight title, you're gonna get Gunther and potentially CM Punk. That's looking to be the because CM Punk is advertised for Survivor Series. That could be it. And then potentially a women's War Games match between Team Liv and Team Bria. I guess that's going to be the direction that they're going to go.
Yeah.
But you already got 4 matches that are. Oh man, like it's looking good.
They only need one more.
Yeah, they only need one more.
I hope they get to. I'm not gonna lie. This is one of the shows that they can go a little above that 5.
Yeah, they can. That 5th match can be like whatever. Throw something on there. I don't know. I don't care.
Finally give put a tag title defense on the damn show, man.
Yeah.
I do a
Do
triple
something.
threat title.
Triple threat what?
Which title?
I think this is the one where
No,
Charlotte is gonna, Charlotte's gonna go up against Nia Jax at Survivor Series.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. That's Loki
With
becoming
Tiffany-
one of those things.
With Tiffany cashing in. Tiffany,
Yes.
I think
Yes.
cashing in at that point.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think it's gonna have that crown jewel. I think
Crown Jewel is a perfect spot to do the cash in.
Yeah, I think it's gonna have that
Could
crown
be.
jewel. Because remember when I said I think it was Friday. She said, "Tiff, I'm going to beat Liv, and you're going to cash
on
in
the
on
board."
Liv."
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's gonna happen the other way around. You know?
Yep. Could be. And then, hey, who know? I mean, what are they gonna do? Tiffany and Nia at Survivor Series?
Crown Jewel is just a speed bump.
Yeah.
This is
Now,
a
that
random
part
question.
that scares me too, because I don't know what Tiffany's gonna do after that.
This is a random question. Let's say in the match that Liv and Nia, they have a match, right?
Mhm.
And mid-match, Tiffany cashes in, makes it a triple threat. What, and does it matter who she would pin? What title she would take? What if they went that route? That would have been perfect.
Here's the thing. I don't think it's going to be mid-match. Because if you do that mid-match, then you're just confusing everybody. Is the Crown Jewel title still on the line? Whose title is on the line in terms of the actual championships? Like,
What if Tiffany pins one of them?
I ain't gonna lie, that could be a perfect way. Like, let's say like Liv is on top of Nia, but Nia's shoulders are down, and she thinks she's pinning like Liv or something. She just wins it right there.
if I ever saw Tiffany Stratton double step Liv and Nia to get both titles and that Crown Jewel championship, that's your belt collector right there.
Yeah.
That's your belt collector right there. But that's not happening.
No.
I'm not gonna lie. I kind of do wish Tiffany was on Raw. I'm spoiling it. I know, because they pre-taped the Raw or whatever. But her seeing that interaction with her on Raw, interacting with Liv, and then I even saw some when she was interacting with Rhea a little bit. So it's like I just feel like it would have worked a little bit more on that side with those two. I feel like Tiffany, that dynamic with Tiffany and Rhea and Liv, I just think it would have been a better dynamic. But it's fun. Nia and Tiff is fun. But
I will say that with these Crown Jewel championships, first of all, I'm fine with the Raw versus SmackDown matchups.
Mm-hmm.
The championship could care less. But, one of them is going to Raw and one of them is going to SmackDown. We just got to figure out who's winning who.
It's so shitty. Like I'm not gonna lie. I'm so ready to get past Crown Jewel. I'm so ready.
I just think I have an issue when you have to pin the top champion and the top champion is not losing the title. And by default, they put themselves in this position because it's champion versus champion. There's no way really around it. You know
Cody's
what I mean?
losing.
That's what I hate. That's what I don't like.
Cody's gonna lose. Yeah, Cody's gonna lose. He's gonna lose.
Right, the Bloodline's gonna interfere. Gunther's gonna win. But my thing is, why are we even doing this?
If not the Bloodline, Kevin Owens. is gonna interfere.
Oh yeah.
Kevin Owens.
And then that would leave Nia Jax on SmackDown to get the other one. But
yeah.
I just don't see. Again, granted, both of these matches are probably gonna be overbooked. Probably not gonna have any clean finishes. So my thing is, why do we need it?
Screw these two matches, honestly.
Like, why do we need it?
Because here's what I don't know. Because Goldberg is gonna probably show up here.
Why do we need it?
Because I have a feeling that we're getting Goldberg and Gunther at Saturday Night Main Event.
Yeah, or maybe the Rumble.
Just have him open the show then, please.
He only has 2 more matches left on his contract. By the way,
Actually, I don't mind it there. Actually, at Saturday Night's Main Event.
If they open the show,
but then if that's the case, then Cody's beating Gunther, and I don't like that.
Nope.
Even though Cody's getting a victory, I don't like that.
It just sucks. I just can't. I just hate the idea of champions being champions.
Nia Liv, honestly, I hope Tiffany Stratton cashes in before Crown Jewel. That way we can get Liv and Tiffany, because I think that would
be.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good right there.
That would be a way better match.
You think they should just? I'm gonna be honest with how Liv and Rhea were on SmackDown and how Rhea came and just kicked the fuck out of Nia for no reason. I thought that was funny. I popped big time because like she was just there. You had to kick her. She don't like Liv either. But that when I saw that, I'm not gonna lie, a little guilty thought in my head was like, we should just. I'm sorry, but because Raw's women's division is so weak, why not put the divisions together? Why not?
I just like the whole tag team championship division of having one championship.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. There's a lot more women in this company now than there were like back 10, 12 years ago. I get that.
Mm-hmm.
But one title.
You can do a lot with one title, though.
I mean, I know you can. But then there's so many other women out there that are just not going to have anything. And everybody thought that this Crown Jewel Championship was going to be a women's mid-card title anyway.
Which I really wanted. At least just one. At least one that go from both companies,
I want a mid-card title too. But I never thought for a single second that it was going to be a mid-card title. I people were just kind of setting it up for failure. And then we got failure because now these Crown Jewel Championships are a thing. This is not a Triple H thing.
You don't think so?
I can't believe that this is a Triple H thing.
You think it's more like a money contract? We want this Saudi Arabia thing? Yeah.
Because why did the Greatest Royal Rumble Championship exist? Saudi. We got 6-7 years left of this deal with Saudi Arabia.
God damn.
They need to do these shows, and they're like, hey, give us something.
That's
give
a lot.
Us something so that we can have something for the next 6-7 years while you have to finish this up with us. So they made a champion for it.
That's great.
All right. Well,
I just can't think of it as being a Triple H thing because you're doing.
No, you might be onto something. I'm with you. There's no way to let you do
that. Because over the course of the last few years of these Saudi shows existing, they haven't been that bad. They've been tolerable. But now you're just going 5 steps backwards.
She's spitting. Phil's spitting.
And there's only 2 more years left on this deal.
I heard 6-7.
Change. It's 2027.
Oh,
deal's
okay.
done.
Thank God. Well,
2027 deal's done.
Okay. Well, then.
And that's if they don't sign another one.
Then I need to check my sources because I heard 6-7. Damn.
No. It's 2027.
Good. Okay. So I messed up. 2027, 7 years. Okay. Good.
Yeah.
But yeah, as long as we just get
they signed a 10-year deal in 2018, so
get these champions out of the way for these next 2-3 years, and then you can get rid of them just like you did the Greatest Rumble belt.
Agreed.
Well, that's it. that is basically everything. Unless you guys have anything else,
Nah.
What?
any
I
other
think-
topics that we haven't covered.
The Kevin Owens stuff again. I loved it. I think that shit is fantastic.
Oh,
Getting
SmackDown's
that-
for the cook.
Cody's road to WrestleMania is going to be very eventful. We have 6 months, and his storylines are going to start to kick in now
This
because you're
is
going to
where
have
it's going to be worth it.
you're going to have the whole blood.
This is where we judge his reign. This
This is where
right
you're
here,
going to have
this
to
is
judge
it.
his reign.
This
right
is
here.
it.
From here forward, this is and I think it's going to be done well because we're going to start the I'd love to see black suit Cody make a return at some point, maybe I guess we'll see. That's a different side of Cody.
Go post Malachi Black and show AEW how to do a Malachi Black and Cody feud.
And yeah, next 6 months you're gonna have the Bloodline stuff, the Kevin stuff, the Randy stuff, potentially Seth stuff. I mean, there's a lot of layers, man. It seems like the only guy who might be truly fine with this is might only be Jey Uso and Sami Zayn. Those two might be the only guys that are truly fine with Cody, kind of teaming himself with the Bloodline.
Now I'm really trying
Here's
to.
I got one more thing to say about it, and then Phil, you can take it away. One last thing. I think it's going to be a situation where Sammy's the one. No, Jimmy reaches out to Sammy, and Sammy's the one that's going to have to, Jay, come on, bro. This is family, bro. You can't. At the end of the day, we know what happened, but this is blood. This is family. This is your brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think that's how those two are going to get involved.
Because Jimmy was tight with Jimmy was tight with Sammy.
Yes.
Right.
Was the
Right.
one that was very resistant.
Those two were always the ones that were. It was Jay and Sammy
Jay
that weren't seen.
were really
That
the
was-
ones going at it at odds when Sammy
Yep.
was in the first place. So Jimmy contacting Sammy to get to Jay,
That's perfect.
that's actually
That's what I hope it happens that way. I think that makes perfect sense.
that's a smart idea. Yeah.
Yep.
But now I'm just trying to figure out, what if it is 5-on-5? Because when the heck is Hikuleo coming on in?
He may be the reason why one of those teams win. I don't know which, but he may be that.
I also saw that he might go to NXT instead.
I saw that too. I guess
don't
we'll see.
know.
We can't. There's really no way to tell what's gonna
And there
happen.
are so many other Tongans on social media just, yapping it up about this storyline. Zillafon 2 is doing so many emojis. It's not even
You got
fun.
I didn't even
know-
know that
you know who's
there's two
You
tag
can't-
team women.
yeah.
I didn't even know about them.
Why?
Yeah.
Lance and Hawaii doing the
Yes, Lance. That's exactly what I was just about to talk about.
emojis and everything like that. Stop having children.
I was about to say this is crazy. Y'all need to relax.
Yeah.
Stop having children.
This bloodline is too big.
Jacob's
Way
has
too
7
big.
7?
And they're probably
We're-
all going
we're-
to turn out to be.
We're freaking screwed, bro.
And they're probably all going to turn out to be professional wrestlers. Oh, brother.
At least 6 of them. At least 6 of them.
Cody's gonna have to do the
Damn.
bottle.
Bro, pretty soon, at this rate, the whole wrestling landscape, every company is going to have a Tongan. Everyone.
Cody's gonna have to deal with the fucking bloodline until he's 50 years old.
Yeah. It's crazy, man. Yeah, I mean,
If I was the Tongans, I would capitalize off this, and I'll run an indie show based around my family because I can.
Oh, and justice for Tongaloa, please. He's the
yes.
Can
Justice
we just stop acting like he's not the most infamous in the new bloodline?
The infamous Tongaloa, man. What a goat. What a goat, man. I love Tongaloa.
He's my mascot for
on
sure.
top of the entire ladder just so that he can get the titles was
Oh, no.
one of the most athletic things I've ever seen in professional
It was
wrestling.
beautiful. It was
Period.
like poetry. It was like sports poetry.
You can't say Tongaloa without the letters GOAT.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. What a
Tonga. Holy shit! Yeah.
What a goat. Come on, bro.
You can't, man. You can't. Well,
It's weird.
is that everything?
I would
Is that-
say.
All right. So before we do end the stream, we do have some very big announcement.
Oh, and Phil, congrats. You get to be here for the announcement, too.
Yes. So in 4 weeks, on November 10th, 2024, the Btbc will be hosting a debate. Now, this debate will be moderated by WrestleSpot.
Yeah.
So now you might be wondering, who are the team captains of this debate? Well, I am obviously one of them, and the other one is Tommy. It'll be me versus Tommy. This will be basically to just determine who can formulate the best debate team possible. As for what the debate is going to be, you guys will be finding that out real soon. So, but like I said, Sunday, November 10th, 4 weeks. It's going to be me versus Tommy. We will not be in the debate. We will only be, putting together a team, 4v4, and we are going to be coming up with a
It's got to be
debate.
3v3.
Well, yeah, 3v3, not
3v3.
including us. Yeah.
Okay, 3v3. Okay, perfect. So 3v3. And yeah, so you guys will find out what the debate is. We're going to be promoting it, so we hope that you guys, whoever's in here, can promote it as well. We will be doing a flyer, a poster, as one would say, and we'll be promoting that poster. Hopefully you guys can promote it out. And over the next couple of weeks, we will be seeing who's going to be on each of our teams. We will be kind of scouting the landscape. And you guys will get to see firsthand who's going to be on our teams. So also, this plays a big part in our competition because we do the predictions as Btbc. And obviously now me and WrestleSpot obviously have to eat some shitty food. But this one will be to see who gets ahead basically by 2 points and predictions, me or Tom.
2 points mean a lot because me and Axel lost by 2 points.
Exactly. So 2 points do mean a lot. So with that being said, that's the big announcement. And we hope you guys tune in on November 10th. It's going to be a very fun episode where I'm going to kick Tommy's ass. And my team is going to prevail.
I'm the best at. I think I'm honestly the best at forming a team and getting them to perform at the football.
I've seen your fantasy football team, buddy.
You know what?
I've seen your fantasy football team, buddy. I don't know.
Hold on, wait. But I think I'm going 4-0 right now. Hold on.
You see, Tommy doesn't have an eye for talent, but that's where I come in.
Right. All right, but watch me in fantasy basketball. I'm watching everybody.
But by the way, if you guys, whoever, by the way, this is an open invitation. Anybody can apply to be in the in the debate. It's going to be up to me or Tommy to see if we want you on our team. But anybody can throw their name in the basket. Where WrestleSpot is fine if we make like a form or something. People say yes.
I was just about to say y'all can DM me. I'm gonna be ultimately active in those now since I know there's a reason to DM me. So yeah,
and if you get up here, you gotta be talking, man.
Yeah, you gotta talk. So yeah, Phil, do you want to toss your name in that basket?
I mean, it really depends on what you guys are doing. I'm pretty sure you guys already know what you're doing. Screw it. You know what? Let's do it. I haven't been a part of.
All right, Phil is the first person to throw his name in the basket, man.
I haven't been part of a debate in so long, and especially depending on whatever you guys are formulating or planning out, it's either gonna bite me in the ass or do something very special. So I'm actually really excited for that. That's actually gonna be.
That is why hopefully by next episode we can come up with a topic, and basically, we're kind of going to be looking at people. They're going to be stating their case as to why they think they could debate this topic the best way possible, and whoever we see fit will join the team. So everyone will know hopefully by next week what the topic is, and So
I'm so
then you guys
excited.
can
This is cool.
basically do an interview type style, see who we're gonna pick on our teams. So yeah, you guys will find out next week.
Kick my ass. I know it. I can just see the evil looks on your faces.
We don't. I'm gonna be honest. It's really it's still up in the air, kind of. It's still
Yep.
kind of up in the air. So
Oh, but this is gonna be fun.
Yeah,
Awesome.
it'll be great. So that's the episode. That was episode 118.
man,
Appreciate everybody for coming on. By the way, we are at 49 viewers. We topped out at 50. So we appreciate everybody who came on here tonight. We hope you guys enjoyed the pod. Thank you to our guest, Phil, for coming on again. Phil, is always a pleasure to have you on. Anything you want to say, Phil?
I just wanted to have a second voice of somebody that watched World's End, because I know you guys aren't fully into that whole deal. So
you bailed us out, bro. You bailed us out.
yeah. So that's the only reason why I don't want to hop on here. The fact that you guys even just allow me to come on here just short notice is incredible. So I appreciate it, and obviously it's a great time talking with all of you. So it's fantastic.
My dog.
Tommy, any last words, man?
No, man. I was about to say, well, make sure y'all subscribe to Phil, because I peeped that he's on road to 100 subscribers on one of his YouTube channels. So
I actually
y'all go.
yesterday, so that was good.
Hey,
Let's go.
congratulations, my guy.
Let's
Phil,
go.
man.
That just tell you how
100%.
behind on Twitter I am, because it was a tweet and I had to scroll pretty far on your page to see it again. So I'm like, oh, it might not even be relevant anymore. But I'm glad you got it, man.
I hit it yesterday with the prediction video. I'm gonna try my damn hardest throughout the last 2 months, like maybe a month and a half, 2 months here, to maybe get to 200 by the end of 2024. I think that we can.
Yes, sir.
I'm just gonna have to pump out a lot of content, and
Yes.
I'm gonna have a video tomorrow. And then Tuesday is probably going to be my review of Wrestle Dreams. So there's so much that I got going on in the pipeline.
Y'all
right?
heard it. Y'all heard it.
Y'all heard it here first, man. Y'all tune in to Phil's channel, man.
It's literally just my name. So if you just take a look at the handle right there, just take the ad out of it and put a space in between Phil, and you'll be able to find it. It's not just search my name. It's
No underscore, right? For
No
your YouTube channel?
No
Okay,
underscore.
perfect.
Search my Phil.
Pretty easy to find, chat. Pretty easy to find.
Just search my name and you'll be able to find it. And I'm basically on that, for all platforms. It's simple. I didn't want to, confuse everybody like how everybody usually does it.
All right, take us home, Russell Spot. Take us home.
All right. Your favorite line if you're watcher. After 2 hours, 22 minutes, and 34 seconds, 50 some of the viewers on X. We definitely do appreciate you. Make sure y'all tune in next week. We will see y'all in episode 119. Me and Axe are gonna eat some nasty shit. Tommy, that might be a good chance for you to get some guests up here and find your teammates. But with all that being said, we will see you next week. Peace.